Let's go ahead and get that up there. There we go.
Okay. Also, to everyone watching from my side of things, I did mute the sound of any of the alerts and stuff. You can still do whatever you want. It'll pop up over the chat box on the top left, but we will be focusing more on the game than on chat. Just FYI. Once we get fully rolling. As for everyone else, the table is up.
Okay.
Hello, chat.
I'm just putting into TBB. I'm putting into TTS now.
As I've also said in the pinned message, all my set alerts have been disabled for this stream. Please enjoy the session, and of course, make sure you get comfy, get some snacks, stay hydrated. Have fun making this.
Oh, goodness. I even have a little token that's on the table now. I love this. Thank you.
Of course.
Yes.
All right.
That's cool.
Okay. Go ahead and everyone load in, get all your stuff situated. I'll be right back.
All right. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
First time playing Daggerheart. Fun things abound.
Maybe somehow Matthew Mercer might see your guys' stream.
There are so many people streaming Daggerheart right now. I really that would be lovely. But
yeah, it's like he is technically in where I'm living right now. Him and the whole
in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, him and the whole Critical Role gang are in town, or well, not in my town, but in our state right now.
I'm going to assume that they're
Is your
probably
stream just
uber busy.
Oh, it's Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Or Dan Fusion is what they call it here.
Mm. Let's see here. I'm having to remember how all this works. Okay, all right. Okay.
So the last time we saved I had was messing with the dice rolling on here, and it saved the dice outside that don't work anymore because you have to roll it through this. So the pair of dice that doesn't work anymore.
Tag team available. Interesting. I think the table got updated, or there's new features that are turned on that I didn't see previously.
I've seen tag team.
Like what?
It's just stuff you didn't notice
Tag
before.
team was ever fun.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Lord
you're too
knows.
busy fucking around with everything else.
Oh, well, yes, I do faff about. Let's see here.
You do.
I need to pick a number between 1 and 12. Let's see here. I put 6 as the default, but I wonder, maybe I should ask chat. I get a special benefit when this dice number is rolled on a duality die. So chat, what do we think? Number between 1 and 12. Help me out here. What do we think is the most common number that
7.
I might roll? Not what is the average? Let's be honest. It's me.
It's statistically the most common.
Yeah, statistically.
Up to tell you.
7 would be statistically the most, but that is implying that I have average luck.
You say 6. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, you could, you know, like you could just pick whatever. In fact, you want pick one, because that way, you know, you're probably gonna if you're hitting a 1, you're probably gonna have a bad roll result. You might as well get a hope from it, right?
Well, it says choose a number between 1 and 12. When you roll that on a duality die, you gain a hope or clear a stress. You can change this number whenever you take a long rest. We haven't started yet, so I can still fiddle with it until we actually start. But the thing is, duality dice, that's me rolling 2 dice. So if I pick 1 and it's the total of both dice being added together, and I can roll a 1 on both dice, how would you ever land on a 1?
It says it, a duality die. A die is 1. One singular die. So either one of the duality die would roll
are
1.
Duality dies D12s? Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I get to make.
I was
It said
misreading. I was thinking
duality
D6.
dice.
I forgot that it's a D12 and not a D6.
My brain.
If it said duality dice roll, then yeah, okay, 1 would be an awful choice. Sure.
Yes,
All
this is a D12 system on the player side. On my side, it's still D20, but
Reading the rainbow.
That's
Thank
true.
you for that, Adderworks.
okay.
Do you get 2 D20s?
Not usually. Some quick main differences between, just reminders, but for Daggerheart, between Daggerheart and D&D. In Daggerheart, you roll 2 D12s instead of a D20. With a hope and fear mechanic, which, you know, if you roll with hope, good things, and you'll gain a hope point. If you roll with fear, I will gain a fear token. As far as starting the game, everyone make sure that they start the session with 2 hope.
Got that.
Perfect. And because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, I start with 5 fear tokens.
You just get them straight out the gate?
I start with as many as there are players at the table.
Damn.
Well, at least we all start with 2 hope, so
Yep.
technically we have more combined hope than he has total fear.
Yes.
That's me optimistically
That's
looking
not
at
gonna
this.
last long.
Oh,
It's not gonna
come
last
on.
long, especially with your luck.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad someone's noticing.
All right.
God damn. All right.
There in combat, there is no initiative. There is what is called the spotlight. Whoever wants to go will go. Make sure not to hog the spotlight once you've taken your turn. Wait to have the spotlight until everyone else has had a chance with the spotlight. And I get the spotlight whenever one of you rolls with fear.
Okay. Now I do want to go
You
ahead.
have 1 roll per interaction, or you can have 5 rolls per interaction, depending on how.
Now, I do have a question here.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I have an ability that triggers once per rest when a roll is done, but before the result happens. And it's not for me, it's for basically, it's kind of like a bardic inspiration. So if anybody rolls and you are not happy with the roll, don't just jump to result. Give me that opportunity to hop in and help you.
Which ability is that?
That would be
Reassurance. Once per rest, after an ally attempts an action roll, but before the consequences take place, you can offer assistance or words of support. When you do, your ally can re-roll their dice. Ooh, nice.
So I can only do it once per rest, and I am going to try to save it, but if you get a really bad roll, don't immediately panic. Let me hop in and help you.
Panic.
Oh, I would freak out.
Oh, great. But we like
Hey.
panicking! Sure.
I'm gonna freak out. It's unknown what my dice are gonna do.
Yep,
Okay, then.
that's funny. Okay. Yeah, as far as actually getting in fights and what happens when you get to 0 HP and whatnot, we can go over things as they come up. It's probably easier that way than just info dumping in the front end and having you forget 80% of it. Is everyone good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I do have
Sounds
a
good to me.
question.
Of course you do.
If
What's
I
up?
may. Now, you have told me that, Acts of Splendor, which is the type of magic my character can wield, can draw attention.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my primary weapon is a great staff that is a ranged attack, and I'm assuming that is magical in nature, but it is in no way.
It is
in no way.
It is
tied
of the
to-
Aether Weave, correct?
Okay, so is that because it's not part of the School of Splendor, but it is magic? Does it merit the same kind of attention, or
To most, no.
okay? I just want to know if a basic attack for me is gonna go. He's a wizard. Burn him.
Think of it this way. In D&D, there's lots of different schools of magic, but if you use necromancy specifically, people kind of trip out.
Okay.
Same concept,
Dinner refill my beverage.
opposite moral direction. Splendor is holy magic. People distrust
In a land
holy.
of darkness.
In a land where the gods abandoned everyone.
Yeah. Groovy.
Right. Does anyone else have any questions before we begin? Right. Then with that, I introduce everyone to Shadow Gods. Welcome to the Halcyon Domain. Once a huge valley of golden light, towering marble spires, and overlooked by the grand city of Amber Reach. Now it is a place of despair and entropy. When the God-King Othedias and his grand ordinance conspired to shift the power away from the Veiled Gods in a night known as the Apostasy, the enraged Pantheon rained down destruction upon the land, ending the old world and forsaking the survivors. Now, under ever-growing shadow, the clergy and elite have shut themselves into their cathedrals and strongholds, leaving the common folk to eke out an existence of scavenging and mistrust of strangers, for you never know what an outsider's true intentions are. Nestled across the Bay of Ash, in the swampy floodplains of the Idle Hollows, an emergent fort village called Okros has stood resilient against the dangers for over 50 years. Its massive walls of melted shields and stone encircle the village and its central sacred pyre, whose flames climb above the tallest ramparts, a burning symbol of strength and safety visible from across the Idle Hollows. Now recently, one of Okros' hunting bands, led by Huntmaster Evrados, delved into the Shalk Chasm in search of resources. There, they stumbled upon an eroded, forgotten temple to what seems to be an obscure veiled god. The Huntmaster was caught by a monster and dragged into the depths of the temple. And though the remaining 3 hunters sought to find him, a terrible odor forced them to withdraw, out of fear and revulsion. When the band returned to the settlement and shared the news, Elder Akadana and the village speakers debated the best course of action. Their heated dispute was interrupted by Evrados' voice. screaming for help from beyond the walls of the camp. Though scouts couldn't see Avrados in the murky swamp, the hunting band left the light of the pyre to rush to their huntmaster's aid. The screams mercifully halted for a time. Then the screams broke out again, and Avrados' lament was joined by the wails of his hunters. The denizens of Okros are now terrified, an unsettled din heightening their agitation and fear. The shrieking doesn't change or wane over time, further exemplifying the unearthly nature of their cries. Despite desperate for an answer, Elder Akadana has gathered the party and requested that they investigate what happened to the Huntmaster and his crew, seeking to save them if possible and end their suffering if not. You now find yourselves here, in the village of Okros. All of you are gathered up outside the Warden's Hall, speaking with Elder Akadana, as she pleads for you to find out what's happening and at minimum stop the screams. Also, Elder Akadana is a orc, about 6'2", half of a mohawk in the front half of her head, and then the back half, where it would go all the way back down the back of her head, she instead has a really nasty scar that no one has ever had the guts to ask her about. Please. The town, no one can sleep, no one can work, no one's willing to leave for resources, our food supplies are running low. Will someone go and find out what's going on?
Yeah, I'm on
might
break.
As well.
Oh.
Might as well. Feel particularly fond of my sleep and haven't been able to get much myself either.
Yeah, sure. I'm on break. I can take a look.
I greatly
Quick
appreciate.
question for the storyteller here.
Okay.
Would it be all right for me to maybe roll to get more information about this particular temple? I do have well read that gives me advantage on history, culture, and politics rolls, and I feel like the history of this temple might be valuable to us before we agree to jump right in.
You can certainly try.
All right. How does one go about a history roll in this game?
So you will give me a...
I'm assuming that's knowledge?
Yes, that would be a knowledge roll.
Okay.
Django has disconnected.
Lovely.
Why has Django disconnected?
Unicorns did it.
Fucking unicorns. Always up to something.
Right.
Knew I shouldn't have played hopscotch with the one.
Another thing to ask is, what is advantage in Daggerheart in comparison to what I assume it is in D&D?
What do you mean? Like, do you have advantage? Oh, what
Well,
you're
I
saying?
have it.
You have your...
Is it different?
You mean with your experience?
No. As per my community tab, I have advantage on the roll.
Oh, it's the same thing. You can
Okay.
roll a...
Just asking.
Yeah.
I was just asking
Yeah,
if it
add
was
a
different.
D6.
Yeah,
Says
your
it here on the
yeah.
reference.
your stuff over here will have a thing. as soon as we get Django back, because he's also not in the Discord call anymore either.
Oh, that's great.
The Django is dead.
The Django is dead?
Django heard something scary happening and he just booked it.
Yeah, Phantom says there's
Why
no
is the
issue with the
Django dead?
internet on their end, so...
But yeah, so Mel, if you look up here, you modifier. Never mind. I thought it had a thing for if you had advantage.
That's what I'm looking for, and someone said something about a quick reference sheet.
Yes, so over here,
Ah,
there is a quick reference that says you add, for advantage, you add a d6 advantage dice to your roll total. For disadvantage, you subtract the result of a d6 from your roll.
Perfect.
oh, okay, so I will be adding a d6. And how does one roll a skill check? Is that in here?
Django, have you returned?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's returned to
Nice.
I
us.
can hear you. Yep.
My computer decided to do some stupid shit.
Lovely.
Like for some reason, it like disconnected me fully from the internet. So give me 1 sec.
Are you still you're still running your tower off Wi-Fi, aren't you?
Yes, because I'm now farther away from the fire. I gotta get a booster.
Okay.
Well, now that you can hear at least, go ahead.
I was sorry. I was able to hear it earlier.
Okay. Well, we didn't want to continue with his knowledge roll until after.
Okay, so I see a section for action rolls. Is that basically what I'm doing?
No. So this wouldn't be an action roll. This would be because you're not performing an action. This would be a skill check. So you're gonna roll the roll the hope and fear die, but there's not gonna be like the actual hope and fear attributed to it. You're just rolling 2d12s.
Okay, so this would be a knowledge roll then. So I would get the benefit from knowledge. I would get the 1d6 from having advantage, and then I would just roll a hope and fear die. Is that,
Oh, wait.
am I
So your advantage is based off involving history, culture, or politics of a prominent person or place.
Yes, I figured that
A forgotten temple in the middle of a Shalk Chasm would not be a prominent place.
Okay, I see. So I would just get my knowledge bonus, and that would be it.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, that would be a 10 crit?
You rolled... Okay, so, of course, the first roll of the entire game is doubles. Doubles is a crit, because there's no natural 20. So, doubles is a critical success.
Okay. So 2 4s, and then the +2 for my knowledge.
Well, it's a critical success.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you everything you would know about this temple.
Okay.
Which is nothing. No one's heard of this place. No, they stumbled on it trying to pull some resources out of a wall and fell in. You've never heard of any forgotten veiled gods. This is completely unknown to you.
All right, I can work with that.
Okay. I was tempted to tell you that before you rolled, but I figured I'd want to let you go ahead and roll since you had all the.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna work with the crit that I rolled though.
That's fair.
Seek will lean down and in normal, quiet Seek voice, he's going to go, friends, I do not recall any record of any temple ever being constructed here. It is not in any record that I know of. As if maybe if it did get built, that someone decided that its recollection should be erased. I suggest caution.
I will say that you would know that the Shalk Chasm is a thing. It's a giant hole in the ground that opened up after the gods left, and everything down there has been new. Like that people have found abandoned settlements and even cities down in the Shalk Chasm that no one knew were underground. Just a whole think Tears of the Kingdom and the underworld of Hyrule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people are people. Okay.
Yes, we will err on the side of caution. But give it was whether or not we're going to help. I'm all for it. Can't be much different than going ahead and carting you lot across the sea.
Too much salt.
Skill issue.
I'm all for it, but I'm a little nervous of what we can find down there.
I mean, we could treat it as a learning experience.
Every day is a learning experience. Well, time's a wasting.
Any semblance on direction, and if we'll need any additional gear going in?
So the Shalk Chasm is a 4-day journey to the south, but the screaming is coming from somewhere outside the walls. I don't know what you'll find outside once you leave our gates, but judging by the hunting party not returning, one would assume it's not good.
Well, are we ready to go out there and find out what goes bump in the night?
Yeah, let's get to it. So we take care of this. Shall we get back for supper?
And I could go for a
Indeed.
good meal.
Safe travels to you, and please, at minimum, end that incessant screaming. Hopefully you can come back with answers.
We'll do our best.
Thank you. And with that, you see this older orc woman turn and walk back inside the warden's hall. You can tell she looks exhausted, like she hasn't slept in days. So, you all have been here in Okros for a little bit, enough to know your way around the town. You can see, you know where major buildings are. You know that the quickest way to get to the south is either to go out the west gate and follow the path. Some semblance of a road. I wouldn't call it dry, but it's not sunken down into the swamp. Or the other path would be to try to navigate the labyrinth of waterways in small canoes.
Well, I don't know about you folks, but I think we should
I say we
visit.
stick to the path.
Can't be fine in a boat.
Kind of know.
I've got my sea legs about me. I don't know. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, you know me. Always as sure-footed as can be.
Seek is.
You're nothing if not sturdy.
With that, Bella's going to tap his prosthetic leg, and it makes a clanking noise.
Well, let's try not to lose the other one, shall we? So, all in favor of dry land, say aye.
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 Those willing to take, those willing to go by boat, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Seek your deciding factor. Land or sea?
How deep does the water look?
It is so murky that you can only see half an inch down into it. And having been in this area, you know full well that some areas only go down to your ankle, and every once in a while someone takes a wrong step and just plummets into the water past their head.
Seek is going to tap a couple times on, his heavy metal armor and go, Seek would prefer land, if it's all right with everyone else.
That's 3-2. We'll travel by land.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't bother me any.
Okay. Is there anything anybody wants to take care of in town before you head out?
If I don't already have some, I would like to go ahead and let's see. What do I have? I have nothing in my inventory. Cool. I would like to go and get some rope, as well as if there's the equivalent, a 10-foot pole.
Incorrect. You have
No, it needs to be an 11-foot.
You have your starting supplies right here.
Right here.
Starting supplies.
Yeah, these little tabs are right below your character sheet.
Yep.
I have 50 feet of rope, a sharpening stone, a torch, and basic supplies, some rope, and one minor health potion.
What does basic supplies mean?
General
food rations.
Food
water.
Rations, yeah.
Basically like a bedroll and shit.
Exactly. I'm not making you keep track of every single, nickel and dime, every arrow, and you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, okay. So for the sake of brevity, just general travel supplies.
Correct. Yeah. If you've been on the road for a week and a half, I might be like, hey, where are you guys getting more food?
So for me, I have 50 feet of rope, one torch, a minor stamina potion, a secret key, and a basic supplies. Alright, well, then I'm gonna go out and see if I can't find a, as Dusky put it, an 11-foot pole, because you need that extra foot in case something explodes. Try siege.
I would say in a town that is constantly damp and needing repairs such as this, it is not hard for you to just find a very long pole. It probably would not be anything sturdy enough to be useful in combat, would probably already be used in some form of weapon and or construction. But if you're using it just to check depths, or like as an
Check our
11,
way forward just in case.
yeah, then that's
Yeah.
fine. You find that no problem.
Then that's it. Perfect. I have what I need. Anything else you lot need before we head out?
I head back to my quarters and grab my family heirloom just to put it around my medallion, just to put it around my neck, and then I grab
Yeah,
the rest of my stuff.
I would say you all take the next hour and a half to do whatever it is you need. Vi went and found their. It's gonna take me a second to stick to character names. Vi went
You got
and
it.
collected this pole, and which actually this is a good time as any. Vi went and collected a pole. Vi, go ahead and describe your character.
Right. So, I am a. I would say I am a average height for a female elf. Being rather tall, I am actually relatively bulkily built. My hair is a sandy blonde, and my eyes are a nice deep blue. The same color the oceans used to be before shit hit the fan. I have a long scar that seems to go below my my right eye that seems to cover half my neck, and it looks like it progresses further down my body into my plate mail. But otherwise, I am wearing the typical plate mail, or in this case, I am wearing. Hold on. I'm wearing chainmail, technically. I'm wearing chainmail, and I currently have my trusty halberd strapped to my back for ease of access.
Okay. Anastius, you said you go back to your quarters to collect some personal items that you left behind?
Correct.
Okay. Would you like to go ahead and describe your character?
So I am a more like a young adult age elf. I no scars on me or anything like that from the experiences that I've been through, but I got my hair is long hair. It's blue. It changed its color when I became more attuned to the elements of water and all that, and my eyes are like ocean blue as well. Um, from like how she said, and then just yeah, I wear leather armor and all that, and I carry my staff. Usually, I'll have it either on my back or I'm used it as a walking staff at times, depending on the day. Around my neck, I'll have my family heirloom necklace. Following next to me, I would, and times not around many people, but I'll have like a little orb that will float by me. That it's, and yeah.
Okay. Nyx, how are you spending this preparation time?
Alex, the killer blacksmith here. Yeah, the blacksmith here. Nyx heads to the blacksmith and spends a little time sharpening her short sword and making sure the rest of her gear is secure. She takes a lot of care in making sure her armor is well oiled and pristine. It's kind of it's a leather armor set that seems to have been treated with some sort of black glam. It's very shiny. It's a little bit too pristine to be something that probably a common goblin has just picked up. But Nyx herself is about 5 foot. She's a goblin. Her skin is sort of a murky bluish green color. And she has brown hair, sort of shoulder length, shaved on one side and swept over to the other side of her head. She also has a bow, which has been reinforced with sort of small metal pieces that have been not super securely bound. They're kind of held onto the bow with little leather straps, small leather straps.
Okay. Belle, how are you spending this prep time?
Bell, a giant warrior, is currently sitting at a bench in his quarters with a whetstone sharpening his hollowed axe and reinforcing his tower shield. He is an 8-foot-tall giant with no scars, but missing a leg and using a prosthetic instead. As he's done sharpening these, he takes off his said prosthetic and starts making sure that everything's in place. Joints are moving as they're supposed to. All sand has been cleaned out of the parts that need to bend. And under the candlelight, you can see that he has very light brown hair bordering on blonde, dark brown eyes, and kind of tannish skin, and the rough countenance of someone who's been very aggressively outdoors for a majority of his life, and a very calloused hand that's accustomed to swinging an axe and hauling supplies.
Very nice. Okay. And I forgot your character's name. Zeke. Zeke, how are you spending this time?
Seek will go ahead and find a quiet corner, likely out of sight of anyone, which point I'm assuming when it says Book of Ava and Grimoire, I actually have a tome that the magic is channeled through, or is that just flavor?
You tell me. Do you have a book?
Well, I had asked you, would spore casting be something that would make sense for a fungal? And
Sure.
So I will commune with my elemental pet for this period.
Okay.
Attune myself to the natural magic that I have, that symbiotic relationship with it, as far as I can tell.
Sure.
But I will be doing that again out of sight of most everyone. While he's doing this, he will have his robe covering his features, so he's not easily seenable. But as you all know, for as far as the character description, when Seek's hood is down, the ruddy mushroom combs of the fungus is very visible on his head, that kind of flare out in almost like a coral-like fashion and tend to vibrate a little bit when he talks. Though parts of him are more of a wooden affair, as he's a marriage between fungal and clank aesthetic, which gives him his more statuesque height.
Okay. So you said you're trying to like stay in a hidden spot?
Basically just out of sight and trying to commune with my elemental dew while I prepare for this journey. Do you want me to roll anything for that?
No. As you're communing with your elemental, your water elemental pet, you you get wonderful little babbling brook sounds in return.
Okay.
Okay. So are we all meeting up at the west gate, or where
We'll be meeting
at
up
the
at the west
pyre?
gate to. We'll be meeting up at the west gate to start to our starter headout once everybody has
Okay.
finished what they need to.
Okay. After some prep time and gathering your things, fixing up any equipment that was needed to be repaired or just honed, all of you meet up at the west gate, looking out into what is just kind of this big empty swamplands. Every once in a while there's like a jagged tree with no leaves sticking out. Occasionally there's what appears to be the crumbled ruins of some sort of ancient brick building, but way too forgotten to history to remember or even know what it could have been. There are definitely a few shrubs of varying height around here or there. And as you look out into the swamp, you can very clearly tell, almost as if it was an invisible wall, where the light of the Sacred Pyre ends. Maybe 200-300 feet out. And beyond, things seem to be much darker. The time of day is roughly noon, but it's the last time any of you saw a glimpse of sky through the clouds was maybe 3 months ago. I mean, it's very, very rare for there to be even a wisp of sky outside of gray clouds and darkness.
How long was this location away from town?
We're not going to the location first. We're figuring out the screaming and dealing with that.
Yes.
Why they said 2 months, or not 2 months, a couple of days, was it 2 months?
You were
4 days.
You were told about 4 days. If you look at the map up here, you are all at
4 days.
You are all at Okros.
Okay.
And the Shalk Chasm is down here.
Okay, then yeah, 4 days trekking through what looks to be muck and grime.
Yeah, the path you'll most likely, if you choose to stick to it, is this path here. And this is all marshland, and this is kind of marshland that's just slowly dips down into
A small lake of its own.
Yeah, the Bay of Ash, is that what I called it? Yes, the Bay of Ash. Okay, so what?
You do have character tokens, courtesy of Haunted.
Yes, what is the marching order?
I'll take the rear guard.
Okay.
Bell will be up front, shield at the ready.
I wouldn't mind standing right next to Bell in the front as well.
Let me go ahead and take the middle, because at least I can cover you all the best that way.
I guess I'll be like kind of in the middle as well.
So I'll be kind of white.
This is what I was hearing the order looked like.
There we go.
I said that right.
That would be correct.
Okay.
Dusky would be further front, but it'd be like this, kind of staggered.
That works.
Also, I will say, keep in mind, with Daggerheart, as opposed to D&D, there is no grid system. So you can arrange yourselves however you want. Everything is based off of actual distances, which we have meters for over here. It's very, very close, far, and then anything after far, unless you've got something specific, you probably won't deal with it too much.
Let's hope we don't have to, institute totem pole configuration.
Right.
I don't want to have to try to work that out. But, with all of us, I think we know who is probably going to be on the bottom and who's going to be on the top.
Phrasing.
I do have very far range, so
perfect. Okay,
so that's an option.
Yeah.
I also have very far range, so
I like to keep people. I like to keep my friends close. I like to keep my enemies closer.
So that definitely gives us the flexibility that whether they're coming up behind us or in front of us, Nyx will be able to snipe the people coming up from behind. I can snipe the people coming up from the front, and if they close any closer than that, then
I'm making a terrible mistake there.
I'm
making a terrible mistake. Now, your assumption that I'm going to remain well.
So, all of you head on out towards the screaming is not constant, but it is very intermittent and random. You haven't heard it in a little bit, but from what you remember, it was off to the west. Maybe a mile. It was somewhere long enough that it's unsettling on how loud it is for how far you can see without seeing anything. And it was without seeing the source.
Is there any chance that we're hearing the same sound repeat as though it may be a creature that is just mimicking screams that it heard and then replaying them over? Or is it varied and different enough that it feels like that it is legitimately this individual?
It's varied and different enough, and also it's not always just sounds. Sometimes it's words.
Okay. Would I know of anything that would try to portray itself as an individual? Like maybe they are already dead and it's some sort of umbral creature that is trying to bait more victims in.
The varied mutated creatures out affected by the Umbra are so random and so horrific that you very rarely run into more than one of the same thing. It's
a possibility, but there's no way to know.
There's no way to know. And usually the more horrifying the creature, the more unique it is.
Right. So if we see a lot of things that seem somewhat identical and not that horrifying, probably dime a dozen and probably hopefully not that scary. But if we see something that is horribly twisted and utterly unique, and we start hearing boss battle music just by looking at it, be worried.
Yeah.
Got it. Fucking Dark Souls, indeed.
Yeah. That's the idea. Okay. So you all head out into the swamps. Does anyone have any active actions they want to be doing during travel?
I mean,
I will actively be watching our backs,
Okay.
listening out for anything coming from behind us and trying to find us.
I'm gonna be
And Bell
actively,
is keeping tabs on what's in front if there's anything approaching.
Okay.
I'm gonna be actively sensing if there's anything magic around.
You have.
That's just a sorcerer's passive ability.
Arcane sense. You can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range. Okay.
I would like to go ahead and use a class feature.
Okay.
Prestidigitation is the one I'm going to be interested in using. I will be using the illumination if the storyteller will permit. I want to make it look like my torch is lit without actually lighting it. So to provide illumination without actively having a fire source that close to me. For reasons.
Sure. Yeah, you all notice as you're stepping out the gate, that Seek pulls out a torch, but doesn't pull out any sort of flint, and just kind of rolls their hand over it, and suddenly the torch is lit, but it's not giving off any heat.
Bell holding his hand over it. Doesn't say anything.
Cool party trick.
What did we
Vi just
expect
clicks
from
her
the walking
tongue.
tinderbox?
What was that
Tell
about
me,
it?
how does one produce flame without flint nor tinder?
Yeah, practice. Lots of practice.
Under Vi's breath, she'll mutter, "Practice my ass."
Okay. And with that, you head off out into the swamp. You travel for probably about an hour. An hour turns into 2. Every once in a while, you hear the screaming, but every time you think you're getting close, the next time you hear it, it feels like it's the same distance away. It sounds both right next to you and hundreds of yards away at the same time. And each time you hear it, you can hear some of the familiar voices, but you also hear different voices. Every once in a while, it sounds almost like animal roars. Being a
I
swamp,
kind of look around and go I got a bad feeling about this.
Deke will just give him the side eye. And then go ahead. As we keep marching in the roars, the screaming does kind of continue to be non-able to place. So he's going to go ahead and use the torch and try to keep his eyes open as much as possible. He does not want to get caught off guard by some umbral creature that is just a mutation. I don't know if you want like an instincts roll for perception or anything like that.
give me 1 second. Did that size appropriately? It did. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Fantastic. Fantastic that you have access to these.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
As we get further and further from town,
Mhm.
Vi is going to be moving in a more defensive stance, basically using her halberd more as a. It looks like she's about. It looks like at a moment's notice she's ready to just kind of shove something off us if any confrontation were to happen.
Sure.
If the person with the halberd is in the center of our group, that is the
Yeah.
best way to take advantage of that reach.
Exactly.
That is
My thoughts exactly.
This is a brilliant tactical layout we ended up setting up with.
I figure if I have a halberd, I can keep you guys covered as long as you guys are all within close range of me.
Makes sense. Okay. So who's in the front? Belle?
Bella is in front.
Yep.
Belle.
Hit me.
Go
me
ahead.
and Bell, I think, we're both kind of. He's a little bit more forward than me.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find something as a holder.
Take your time. You're the DM.
I imagine it's been a couple hours. I imagine some sort of conversations have been happening while traveling, or have you just been completely silent the whole time?
Oh, people have already kind of said like, oh, they'd be talking about like some people pointed out like, oh, hey, like, how'd you do that? Yeah, it's assume the conversation is happening.
I think he was actually trying to
It's been an hour
encourage
and a
us.
half, but
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm just really hungry. Probably should have eaten before I left.
If you can
I'll
reach
hand
your,
over
if you
some
can reach your
trail
hand in my
rations.
back, you can reach your hand in my back.
you
You can
think
take
any of
you can take what you like.
Don't worry about it. Do you think any of this stuff out here is still edible?
I wouldn't risk it.
Well, might be. It might be if you dilute it and crush it and siphon in all of the shit out of it. Maybe.
You don't feel like getting
I
sick
heard
every
once upon a
24
time there
hours.
was actually healthy fish in these parts.
Along with those days past,
I remember.
the healthy fish started dying out.
I grew up.
Well, they're still healthy. They're just twisted.
Before my
Not
time,
all.
I'm afraid.
I forget how.
I figured you were older than all of us.
No. I'll go ahead and nod my head over to Ignatius. He's got many years on me.
I remember the sky. I remember being able to fish, be able to hunt. All those good days.
Being able to
world was young.
being able to remember the old world before it fell, as even as little as I was. There was something that you guys would see in fantasies nowadays. Blue skies, blue oceans, the happy people. Nobody was really too starving. You could always go out and hunt.
If I hadn't read about such things, I probably wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe me either with what's happened. Some of us are just, old enough to remember. She says faintly, kind of, her right eye seems to kind of wince slightly.
Sometimes I just feel like I'm like in a dream, a nightmare, and I'm ready to wake up and I'll be back to what it used to be.
Right along, unlike you, I haven't gone to go ahead and consider this a dream any longer. If this is a nightmare, we're not waking up from it, not anytime soon.
Belle, give me an instinct check.
All right.
Oh, yeah, so you add everything together and then you click the dice. So it'll be
sorry.
hope and fear,
You gotta-
and then instinct. Yep. Got a 6
with
hope.
hope.
Okay. So, Belle, you notice maybe kind of far away, you think you saw something move in the brush.
Bell's going to do the thing where he holds up his fist to indicate that possible trouble ahead.
In response, Seek is
Immediately,
go ahead.
Bai snaps to attention. She goes back into her wide guard stance.
Seek will go ahead and shove his torch into his pack in a way that it still sticks out and provides light, but bring his second hand onto his great staff and get into a defensive posture.
Okay.
Nyx immediately calls an arrow to knock.
I end up just taking my staff, getting in a defensive mode.
Is everyone at the ready? Bell is going to cautiously move, shield raised.
And I'll
Move towards
match
the figure.
I will match his pace.
As you get closer, you notice out of the brush, it's a placeholder. Out of the brush, you notice what looks like a tiny. It almost looks like a small bush, but without any of the leaves. But it's actively moving around, and it seems to be dripping some sort of dark green fluid.
I don't suppose any of you know botany.
Am I familiar with this
Talking to the-
creature at all?
If
Up to the
anyone
wrong sea dog.
wants to try to do a knowledge check,
Sure.
I can try it.
So
That would be a 15 with fear.
15. Okay, so with a 15, a 16, both Seek and Nyx, you've never run into them yourself, but this almost looks like it is what's been called a caustic fungus. You know that it's a small little creature, kind of related to fungrels, but more animalistic. They attack pretty much anything moving nearby, anything metal that's moving nearby. And you do know that they actively leak a fluid that damages metal. And Nyx, with the 16, you also know that they are very rarely alone.
Is this the type of creature that the fungal network would work on, or no? Too animalistic?
Too animalistic.
Alright, so not even bothering to try then.
Can I
Oh. Sorry.
make a perception check to scan the surrounding waterways? Somewhere.
Yes. Give me an instinct check.
Okay. Well, that's an instinct 0. Okay.
17.
17 of hope.
As your keen eyes, the eyes of an archer and someone that's used to having to pay attention to the minutia of things, you look around very carefully. You notice the rest of them huddled together along the path.
I give a sort of a sharp whistle to try and draw their attention, and just to draw not the fungus attention, but to draw Belle's attention at the front, and just like give a gesture to hold. And I point over towards the direction I spot them in.
Well, you now notice not just the one, but all 4, 5, 6, 7, all 9 of them. What are y'all doing?
They're metal eaters. Anything metallic they're gonna destroy.
Don't suppose anyone brought any fire bombs with them.
Nope, didn't bring a torch
You
though.
know,
We can either try to avoid them, or we can try to fight through them. But they have us
yeah,
outnumbered.
I'm sure the clanker here is gonna make a. You're gonna be fine getting through all these.
Watches Zeke throw gang signs out at it.
Mm-hmm.
West Side Shrooms, motherfucker.
No, these are too animalistic to understand fungal. It
As
looks
you
like
just-
they're
That we
getting
can pick them off
closer.
one by one. We gotta make a decision, gang.
They are getting closer, so time's running out. Are we doing this, or are we backing off?
Seems like the smart idea would be to try and get around them.
I will hand Belle the pole that I found, and say test the waters before stepping. Let's move around them as quick as possible.
All right.
Okay, where are we trying to go?
I believe as best we can around them, going through the swampy water.
Down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try to move. In this aspect, we're gonna be trying to move north.
Okay.
North to
So-
northwest.
Bell was given a pole to use for checking the water depth.
Long. Yeah, it's 11 feet long.
So I'm assuming we're trying to do the sneaky like, right? Is there a
You gotta be
stealth
sneaky,
check
Charlie.
that we need to be rolling here or anything like that?
For
Probably finesse, right?
stealth, I would say finesse, yes.
Oh boy, the one thing I'm lacking.
Hey, you and me
Thing
both.
that I
bud.
have a -2 in.
So Belle, you're gonna try to sneak over to the water here to check to see its depth.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and give me a finesse roll.
So that would be hope and fear plus finesse, right?
10
with
with
fear.
fear. You make it over there, but as you get to the water's edge, you actually slip on some moss and sink about up to your knee right at the edge into the swamp. And you can already tell that if you keep going, it's going to go deeper. And this is
unneeded.
This is your knee.
So that's like 3 feet deep.
Oh.
Already.
I'm waist height for most of it.
We lost
Kind of
Coco.
escaped.
Yeah, I don't think we're going that way. Unless we want to try the other way around. I think the only way at this point is through. That or
Well, put
try
that
and find
stick
a
away.
deeper path. Or are we hunker down and hope they walk past us?
The longer we wait out in the open, the more we risk more showing up.
You know what? That's very true.
I say we regroup, we get into good positions, and we try to take them out as fast as possible and move on before we draw any extra attention.
All right, let's get this done.
I will ready my staff, but I'm waiting for Bell to regroup with the rest of the party before risking drawing attention from the enemies.
Feel free to control your
Yeah.
guys, yeah.
We have tokens.
Yep.
Just
Yeah. I'm
It's a
trying
little
to
interesting for me because I tend to view everything top down, so
Oh, so it's
makes
hard
it
for you
easier
to
from the
tell.
perspective. Yeah.
Well, just give it a slight angle. You'll be able to see which one's you.
Yeah. Well, how do we want to do this? Like, I could easily have everyone stack up behind my shield and, front of most of it's made of wood. Most metal reinforcements and behind it.
Content, is this area elevated? And the rest of that.
I would say that this area right here is like maybe a foot higher than the water level.
You want
Okay,
to
it's not very
on the
elevated.
grassy knoll
No,
there?
it's all very fairly level swampland for a long ways.
That.
The kind of flat
I
where you
was
can watch your
thinking-
dog run away for 3 days.
I was thinking it looks
look-
like a
I
nice
look at
position
Nick's
for
wolf.
an archer to
We'll climb on
take
top
a,
of Bell.
to take a, well,
Or I could toss you.
I would
Do
like
you want me to
not be
stack up in the
tossed.
center with my shield to draw their attention while everyone prepares for ambush?
I'll go shoulder to shoulder with Bell. We're keeping that wide guard up.
All right.
I will ready my staff as I can hit things that are very far, and I believe that's outside the orange circle.
Mm-hmm.
I will wait for someone to start the
I'm gonna head
attack, and
towards
I
the water
will be
edge so I have access to the
targeting
water.
at the closest first.
Do I have any kind of... I do not. I'm going to try and toss a rock at one of them to draw them in.
Okay.
Okay. The second I go ahead and see someone throwing a rock at them, I guess I'm attacking.
Okay. Well,
Before I do, is there any other planning that I'm not aware of?
We all have enough of us can actually do damage at range, so taking them out before getting their attention would be ideal. Yes.
All right, I'll hold off then and just keep my shield up.
Heck, I'm perfectly happy with you throwing a rock. That sounds awesome.
I was just going to
Eat
draw
that
them in
bitch.
one at a time, and you can start picking them off as it comes towards us, and then if it gets close enough, we cut it down.
I was gonna say, try to paint the one closest up front.
Yep,
All right,
just
well,
draw them in one by one if we can. Keyword being if we can. So,
I believe
what
that
would that be
requires you
for
to throw
throwing
that
the rock? I think that's finesse, yeah? Or would that be strength?
To throw a rock with accuracy, I would call that finesse.
And hope and fear. Here we go.
15 with fear.
with
So you throw the rock, and you hit this one right up front, and it turns, and it starts kind of like vibrating, and at the same time, they all vibrate. Start coming, and they all start coming towards you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I am immediately pegging that one that starts vibrating.
Go ahead and roll for attack.
That is 11
That's
with
the-
fear.
11 with fear.
And that would be a great staff attack. Is the attack successful?
It is not. You describe
That's incoming.
describe your attack that misses.
All right. I will go ahead and lift the great staff up. Try to aim at the one that is shivering, and as almost the fungus of my hands wrap around the staff, a kind of shimmer of the air erupts from the staff, heading towards the creature. And as the attack is going at the creature, its little shimmering shake causes it to just barely go past it and land harmlessly into the swamp water.
Now it is combat, and you rolled with fear. That
It was
brings
a roll with fear.
that brings the spotlight to me. The swarm of caustic funguses will move their way up. There.
Wow, that's a lot of movement.
It was. No, it was far to close. It's not that far. It wasn't that much movement. And that puts. Let's see, I like this little dot thing here. That puts. Let's see, if you're all right here. That puts 2 of them in close range with you. We'll spend the fear, and those 2 will group attack at Vi. The funguses are going to shake violently, and they are going to spew this just like dark acrid fluid, and big globules of it are going to come flying at you. Does a... There we go. Did I roll that publicly? I did.
yes, you did.
Oh, I see. I have a different dice roller over here. Well, you got one sheet one, but does a 5 hit?
My evasion is 8. My armor
Oh,
is
no.
4. So no.
Evasion is what your... Evasion is going to be what you're going against for attacks.
Okay,
No, 5
so
doesn't hit.
that's what-
So
okay,
these,
okay.
so these globules, luckily, because they're still kind of far away, go flying right over your head and land harmlessly away.
Does give us a nice grim view of what happens if it does hit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
and
we know that
so
they have an evasion higher than 11 then.
spotlight moves off of the fungus. Who's someone?
I'll listen arrow. I'll listen arrow at the one that's sort of
Okay.
Coils to our right.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Bones.
16 with fear.
16 with fear.
So you loose your arrow and it flies straight through, sticks this one right down to the ground through the narrow trunk of itself. And it rides around a little bit and then stops moving. However, this seems to enrage the other ones.
Hey, she didn't even roll damage. These things must be one-hit
Take
wonders.
roll damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Down.
So in Daggerheart, swarm enemies, any damage to one of them kills it, but they act as a unit together.
Ah.
So, okay, so we're looking at a swarm, which
Yep.
makes sense considering how they were described.
Yep. So now they will move closer, and all of them are in range.
As soon as the first one enters my view,
She rolled
I
with.
am-
Unfortunately, she rolled with fear. Therefore, it is back
yeah.
to being my spotlight.
Yeah, that's right.
And of course, being the little enraged things they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 that are left and are now within close range are going to group attack at you, Nyx.
Ken?
Now that I know which dice roller to use. There we go. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Okay. So in their mad rush to come after you, they start attacking while they're moving, and all of these globules kind of just go around and past your small goblin frame. Go ahead. Spotlight is
Now
off
that
them.
they are within range,
Mhm.
using the bottom half of the halberd, I'm just going. So basically, the longer wooden handle part on the bottom, I am
Okay.
going to swing for the mid body.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
So that's if you could just run me through this. So it's add duality dice. My damage. What would be my damage?
No.
Strength trait is
Yeah,
low.
your strength. So you'll
No.
add your strength proficiency.
Strength,
Yep. And then you roll.
and then just roll it.
Yep. 15 with hope.
15 with hope.
All right, so go ahead and give yourself a hope point. There you go.
Okay, cool.
And then roll damage.
And that is 1d10 plus 2 physical.
$12. So that's how that works.
And this is a wide. So that's a wide sweeping arc with the with anything that comes into close range. So that's the first two up front.
Yeah, with doing 12 damage, you will knock out these 3 as they go flying off into the muck over here and just sink down and no longer there.
Wait, does a halberd cleave?
And mine can.
Gosh, I'm in a fire.
Wow.
So who wants to take the spotlight?
Bell will
I'll
step up.
Yes,
her
I'll take my
in
duel.
Masochist or Bill.
Let's see here. Can you pop up the rangefinder again?
Yep, just click on it.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
So,
Very close is blue, close is yellow, far is orange.
got it.
Did you say blue, yellow, and orange?
Don't correct me on colors.
Maybe green and orange.
So how would movement and attacking work?
Feel free to move.
I would like to move into very close range to the...
Yeah, that's absolutely reasonable.
And I'm going to use my special ability, Whirlwind.
Ooh. When you make a successful attack against a target within very close range, you can spend a hope to use the attack against all targets within very close range. Ooh, okay, so you're moving to... You're trying to go, like, in between everybody right here?
Yeah, just as a reminder, I have reach as well.
Yep.
Does reach go ahead and
Reminder.
affect to turn very close into close?
Turns melee into very close.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He used the move I
Yeah,
was gonna
giant
do.
reach.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
I was gonna try to get them all.
So that would be Hope, Fear, plus Strength.
That's your...
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But you do have to spend a hope to do that, right?
After,
Yes.
if it's successful.
Oh, if it's successful.
Which it was not. You rush forward to
Hold
do
on,
this.
could I use resurgence? If he's going to spend a hope for this potentially, I could give him that reroll.
I would
now.
save it.
Save it? All
Does he
right.
get the hope back right
It's
here?
once per rest.
Yeah, all right. Never mind then.
Okay. Yeah, you rolled a
11 with hope.
11 with hope. So you gain a hope point, but in your rush to come in and try to take out everybody all at once, you misjudge how small these things actually are and just cleave right over everything's head.
Give him a bit of a haircut, I see.
Yeah.
They haven't branched out that far yet.
Yeah. I'm a real son of a beach like that.
Anasticus, I believe you're the only one that hasn't had
Yep. I run forward to get in very close range as well.
Go ahead.
And I tell Belle to back off, to run back.
Can I move or?
Yeah, it's not initiative. Go ahead.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that. Good luck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I'm going to use my special ability. I'm going to use Rain of Blades, but it's going to be what it is. I'm going to cast, if it's successful, I'll end up casting water up in the air, turning it into ice, and have it drop down as spikes.
Okay. Well, spend a hope to make a spellcast roll. Okay, so go ahead and make a spellcast roll.
Which I think this one would be. Which is weird. So
That's a good question. Let's find out.
Instinct?
No.
Would it be finesse?
Your
That's like what
spellcaster.
mine-
It's in
Yeah,
your
it's-
elemental origin, spellcastery
Yeah.
instinct.
Yeah.
Yep, there you
It's
go.
instinct for you.
So it's weird how these. I don't know if it shows. Does this show you my stats on here?
I can see
Here
everything.
it's showing Vise.
It's not showing
the
your.
rang ones.
It-
I think you need to click the book icon.
Yeah, yours are not updated.
Or is it?
Right there.
I think someone's in there already.
No.
That's weird.
I think that. All right. Well then,
So it
Then
is
I
a
just
plus
have to
2. So
configure
I
them
just
here.
find out.
It's a +2. I would say I don't think it should be +4.
yeah.
8,
So
9.
you rolled a 16 with fear.
16 with
Yes.
fear.
Okay.
17.
So that hits. Go ahead and roll. Now spend you spent the hope already, right?
No, he's still at the starting 2.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to spend the hope to cast the Rain of Blades. So that's the wrong. You don't want to right click it.
My
You
thing's
just
being so inactive.
there you go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So
Alright, so, and this is going to just clear once I do that. So it's a D8 plus 2.
It depends if does an 18 hit, does a 16 hit all of them?
yeah,
Deal.
yeah, it's an attack roll against what their difficulty is, and a 16 hits. So D8 plus 2 using your proficiency.
Which your proficiency is 1.
Yeah, so D8 plus 3.
Yeah, effectively.
Isn't
So it's
proficiency
going to
the number
be
of times you get this?
It's
No.
Proficiency is actual
being
stat
slow
on your
as I hit it.
character
It'll just give it sound
that
while I'm
gets
being.
added into the
It's going to
attack
be
table.
a 9.
So, Anasticus, describe how you take out the rest of these funguses.
So as I said, I like conjure like water up into the air, and I send like my staff up, which freezes the water. And as I do, and I break it they're like little sharp blade type things, and I drop them down on each of the funguses, like it rains down on them.
Yeah, you all see Anasticus start kind of waving their staff around in a slow circle with increasing speed, and you see little bits of water come up out of the swamp all around the area and start floating above Anasticus as they all start spinning into what look like sharp little tiny tornadoes that all of a sudden freeze and drop down, skewering the remaining funguses. And now we are out of combat.
Nice one, Nasty. Good
Hmm.
job.
Job, Anasticus.
No
Oh,
worries.
interesting how you're able to manipulate the water like that.
What I do.
Daggerheart.
Is anyone hurt?
Hey, keep that up and we'll be back in no time.
No
No
hurt
one-
and no wounds for me.
Check anything metal just to make sure it didn't corrode.
Bell is definitely checking his shield.
No,
I'll do it once over my armor and my halberd.
through careful application of spells and tools during the combat, none of you took any splashes of the caustic fluid that would have eaten away some of your armor.
Right.
Good job.
Let's get back
Right,
to it.
let's crack
no,
on.
No need.
All right, back on point.
The same order as before, I imagine, right?
Correct.
Now, I will mention now that keep in mind, the hope that you spent or gained, those levels stay after combat and don't change until you gain hope through short or long rests, or you spend the extra hope you gained doing things. It's a constant up and down. It's not like it doesn't reset in the traditional sense.
It's kind
Gotcha.
of
We get
like
to hold on.
was
We
a
get to
risk.
hold on to it.
Yes.
so it's kind of like willpower in Vampire.
If you say so.
Hmm.
I have no idea.
Alright. Hmm.
I do like that it's at least persistent.
Yeah, it's closer to like inspiration. Because once you're given inspiration, you have it until you spend it.
Mm-hmm.
As we go forward, Nyx will continue to sweeping around.
Same
Our
with Mel.
flank
Keep an eye forward.
behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you all continue on along the path. You travel farther, probably it's been another 2 hours, 3 hours. And you do notice it's starting to get dark.
You're likely to be eaten by a grue.
I'm going to go ahead and say, could I use my experience any port in the storm to look for a suitable place for campsite where we could be safe
Certainly.
and to wait out the night?
Certainly. Give me a... Give me an instinct check and add your experience.
All right. Does proficiency weigh in that? That's just for attacks, though, right?
Proficiency would be in things objects you have proficiency with. And we lost
okay.
Django again.
Django blew up
Yeah,
again.
I'm getting back in. Get it a sec.
Okay. I'm half tempted to like Amazon order you a 100-foot cable.
Yeah, then he can have his signal degrade because of the length of the cable.
I'll get him a Cat 8 one. It'll be fine.
Oh, well, never mind that.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. That is
I'm
a 15
sorry.
with hope.
15 with hope. Okay. So yeah, you through your knowledge of just like trying to find safe spaces to rest your head, and your experience through just making sure that you are not going to be seen or caught unawares, especially while resting. You find a suitable flat area. We're going to pretend that this is a completely different area of the swamp. I don't have multiple swamp maps. Let's say you find a suitable flat area here of dry ground that doesn't seem like it's going to sink or anything.
That might be a good spot for a campsite if we were ready to stop for the night. I don't know how wise it would be to travel under full dark.
I agree to stop for camp.
My thoughts are it's a bit dicey wandering through the swamp in the daylight. Imagine with less visibility.
Even though we sail at night, this isn't well, this is the ship. So I would much rather stay put where we can. Working yourself ragged is never a good option.
I agree.
Nyx sighs. Well, it's not like we're gonna get much sleep anyway.
We
Happily,
damn well
Might as
try.
well rest where we can.
I'll volunteer for first watch.
Okay, so everyone's going to settle down for a long rest. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
I
that's it.
guess, however long it takes until it's light enough to travel.
Okay. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about everything always being so dark and cloudy is once the sun's gone from the other side, it is borderline pitch black throughout most of the night. So, all of you having been people that have traveled at least somewhat within the Halcyon Domain before, know the exponential dangers of traveling at night. So, for a long rest, these are your options. Each player can swap any domain cards in their loadout for cards in their vault. So, your domain cards that you have, the 2 abilities, the ones, you can swap them out for any 2 other of the ones that you have access to. So if any of you want to do that, feel free to do that now.
I don't think I've been given a reason to swap anything out as of yet, so I'm
that's
fine.
fair. And then you also, where is... that page is not as descriptive as I need it to be. Ugh.
There's a downtime page over here that covers
It doesn't.
Gloom. Really give you enough?
Page 105. There we go.
No, work on a project.
Yes. So, downtime. You may each choose 2 of the following. That's the part that page doesn't say. Tend to all wounds. Describe how you patch yourself up. And then you can clear your hit points. Nobody got hit, so that doesn't matter. Clear all stress. No, but none of you ended up getting any stress. Repair all armor. None of you took any hits to armor. Prepare. Describe how you prepare for the next day's adventures, and then you can gain a hope if you prepare. If you choose to prepare with a member of the party, you will actually both gain 2 hope instead of 1. Or work on a project. And if you have some sort of project that you are thinking about, you can describe it to me. And I can tell you how far you get into this working on the project thing. There is also one other one that's not listed there that is unique to Age of Umbra, which is Keep Watch. Because how dangerous the night is. Someone can take one of their things can be to keep... Actually, probably 2 of you will need to do Keep Watch as one of your 2 downtime activities for a long rest.
I will definitely, one of my downtime activities will be Keep Watch because I've already volunteered for that.
Okay.
And I am fine with pairing off with someone that wants to prepare for the journey ahead. Maybe just practice how our combat skills could pair well together for future fights. If anybody is up for just a little light practice.
Yeah, keep in mind in combat, doing tag team attacks is possible because there's no there's no initiative. So you can both attack together. It costs hope, I believe, and you can only do it once per combat. Spend 3 hope
First
to
session then.
spend 3 hope to initiate a tag team roll combined with the actions 2 PCs to 1 impressive act of synergy. When you make a tag team roll, both players roll their action rolls and then choose which set of results apply to the outcome.
Oh. So both players roll, but
Whoever rolls
the-
better is the one that
gets the pick. Nice.
Is
And then
ta-
both
is-
get the damage.
Is tag team 1
Yeah.
per session?
Once per session, each player can choose to
Oh,
spend
Yep,
3
there it
hope
is.
10 energy at tag team roll.
Okay, there it goes. And that's right, you have a tag team token at the top of your things, so you have yours available for this session.
Okay, so let me make sure I
Say.
understand this verbatim. So once per session, comma, each player can
Correct.
choose to spend 3 hope. So basically, that's the initiating player of the tag team. That's not
Mhm.
every player that's part of it spending 3 hope, right?
Correct.
So if, say, I example had a sniper combo with Nyx per se that we practiced on tonight, and I call out the keyword for that, I spend the 3 hope, at which point that is my 1 per session tag team that I'm triggering. Nyx doesn't spend any hope, and Nyx can do a tag team later this session that she's triggering with someone else.
Correct. And the tag team would be
Okay.
something to the effect of Nyx draws her longbow, and you initiate a tag team by adding your power push spell to the tip of the arrow so that when it strikes, not only does it get hit by the arrow, but then the power push also hits it. Or
Okay.
or your ice spike. You could cover her arrow in ice and
Some way of
Yep.
combining our two.
exactly. And those
Yeah.
those methods are
Yeah,
up to y'all
combinable.
to come up with, as long as it's not
Alright.
completely ludicrous.
Yes, we're going to go and combine our abilities together and somehow create a black hole that just consumes an enemy wholly. Yeah.
I
Um,
wouldn't put it
back to
past
holding.
you. I wouldn't put it past you to try.
Oh, thanks. But did anybody want to volunteer to practice a potential tag team with me?
Mel's up for the task.
I would also.
Hmm,
I would
okay,
also
sorry.
like to keep watch tonight at some point.
Okay. Who's going to keep
I-
watch first, and who's going to keep watch second?
So it'll be Melt the next.
Okay.
So seek the next.
All right.
Um,
So
what's everyone else doing with their
And
2
I'll
downtime
prepare
activities?
for ditto.
I'm gonna prepare. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be.
all right, keep in mind, if you prepare with a partner, you get 2 hope. If you
part of my
prepare by
prayers,
yourself, you
that's-
get a singular hope. So try to partner up.
Or not? Don't bully people into doing what they don't want to do.
Okay, fine. Do what you.
I
Unless-
mean,
Unless
listen
you're
to me.
Mel's going to prepare, so
unless
anyone
you,
wants.
unless you're trying to bully them in character, then that's a different situation.
I am just
If anyone would
pointing
like to
out the
prepare with
mechanics
me
that have
during
been.
first shift. That would be great.
I don't know. Fuck it, I'll prepare with you for shift.
Nice.
All right.
So me and Belle are preparing together, and then Nyx and Vi are preparing together.
Well, so for first watch, go ahead and give yourselves the 2 hope, because it sounds like everyone's preparing basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Since no one got hurt and has to do any repairs or
Yeah, I
anything,
think-
so it's.
I
okay.
mean,
Yeah, no. All right, so go ahead and give yourselves the 2 hope, just so that's out of the way. First watch. Melt, tell me what you're doing to stay vigilant against the darkness.
my check boxes were locked, so I had to unlock them to make sure I got the 2 hope. I am patrolling around the edge of camp using my Prestidigiflame on my torch
Okay.
to keep an eye outwards away from camp to see about anything potentially moving or looking to encroach on camp.
Okay.
Staying vigilant.
Okay. Your watch passes without incident.
All right.
Nyx, you're up on second watch.
Yeah, during the second watch, I patrol the sort of the outskirt of the camp with an arrow drawn, taking time to just listen to the sounds, to the awful sounds that are obviously persisting with the screaming I imagine still going on.
Every once in a while, it
But
just
trying
kind of
to
pops its ugly head.
trying to drown those out and listen closely to the surrounding swan.
Okay. So at the end of every short and long rest, I roll for the lurking darkness. To varying degrees of what could or couldn't happen. Now, whoever's on final watch
Alright.
each night, you will rope my lurking darkness roll is a d12. Whoever's on last watch of the night, at the end, you will roll your hope die, which is also a d12, and you get to choose
Okay.
whether you replace your hope die with my die, but you don't get to know what my roll is.
Does that, I mean, just out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
does higher mean better for this particular instance, or is it like a random table, or is that unknown?
You don't know.
That is a good question.
Wow. So,
Damn.
Sorry.
yeah. The only way we could tell, so we know a 2 is a bad result after we've experienced a 2. But the only way we'll know if we experience a 2 is if you always choose to replace whatever the storyteller's dice is.
All right. Well,
So-
I'm gonna roll a d12, right?
Okay. You rolled a 3.
Yeah, I'm definitely swapping.
You want to use your 3 instead of what I roll?
No, I'll swap you. So let's use what you're rolling.
Accidentally rolled 2
It's
dice.
a hope dice. It has to be good if it rolls higher, right? Surely.
I mean, maybe.
So you want to swap? You want it to be the 3? Is that what you're saying? Or
no,
you want it to be my
use
roll?
Whatever you roll.
Oh, okay.
I want to use your roll. Yeah.
Okay.
She's going under the concept that higher is better. And you have to have rolled higher than a
I'm
3.
trusting my gut. I'm
While
trusting my gut.
Thank God he rolled a 1.
while on your watch, you notice that the screaming sounded like it was genuinely getting closer. But you couldn't quite tell where from. And then off in the distance, shambling by, seemingly unaware of your camp's presence, you see some monstrosity of, from this distance, it looks like vines or tentacles or something shambling by on all fours. And as you pay attention, you think you notice that that's where the screams are coming from. This 11-foot tall thing. As it passes by and wanders back off into the woods, into the darkness. I gain 2 fear.
Oh boy.
Oh, I do not like. As I've spied it, I still have my bow raised and ready. I keep scanning in the darkness just for any signs of it coming back, but assuming it didn't.
It did not. And as the night passes, the black sky lightens into the dark, dull gray of the day. And you all awaken.
Alrighty then.
So, see anything interesting last night?
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. Now, let's get everyone together. Let's get everyone woken up.
Belle has a giant bucket ready with cold water in it.
Rise and shine, sleeping beauties.
I would assume that
I
due
feel
to, ship mandate, Vaya's already up. She's probably just finished sharpening her weapon.
Due to my nature, I need very little time to actually get a full night's rest, so I would also have been already up. That's why I agreed to the
I was
first
up.
watch.
I was sitting by the edge of the.
Yeah.
I was just sitting by the edge of the water playing with the.
Luckily in Daggerheart, sleep itself is not a downtime action. It's just assumed you get a night's rest unless something interrupts it.
All right.
I saw something last night. And Nick points over off into the swamp in the direction I saw roughly where this thing was. I think it might have been the source of the screaming. It's just huge. I can see it clearly, but it's like it's covered in little vines or something. It's like this big writhing mass on 4 legs. It sounded like the screaming was getting louder. And then it just tore off into the swamp. I didn't see exactly where it went, but we're close.
And-
It was only like an hour ago. Surely we can catch up with it.
Can Belle check the ground to see if there's any footprints?
This thing that Nick saw was probably like 250, 300 feet away. So you would have to go look.
And with the swamp
Does
being
anyone-
suddenly up.
Does anyone want to give me a... I keep wanting to say perception. Does anyone want to give me a instinct check?
Sure.
I will.
Sure.
I'm
No fear.
Okay.
Crit.
That is a crit.
A crit. So the giant
Sure.
being a bit taller than everyone else, and having the advantage of being able to see over everything.
I also hold Nick's up.
Like pointed at
Mine would have been a 23 with them.
hold it. Do you allow Belle to pick you up?
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm light
Okay.
enough.
Lifting Nyx up near your head, and lining up so that where Nyx's arm is pointing is kind of like the direction next to your eye. Nyx points off to where she saw the creature. And you, from up there, notice that there's a very distinct pathway of knocked over and knocked out of the way stumps and brush, and it would have been hard to see it had you just been walking down the trail, but now that you know what to look for, you can see the trail, this newly formed trail leading in the wake of the creature.
Well, looks like we have our work cut out for us.
You do notice
Very obvious trail.
You do notice that this trail holds no regard for a difference between dry and wetland.
Do we sacrifice footing to chase?
Give chase.
Yeah.
Do we have a
I mean, our
choice?
first job was to find out what the stream was, so.
I thought our
It was
first
to
job
find it,
was
deal with it.
I'm
To
pretty
stop
sure
this-
that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Let's find it and kill it.
So you
Find
said
it,
that
kill it, go home, wash all the swamp water out of my out of unmentionable places.
You said that there was like trees and shrubs that were unearthed along the path. Stuff that was knocked out of the way.
I'm assuming this is you're asking Bell, who would have relayed the information.
I'm assuming, yes.
Repeat
Is
the
there-
question, sorry.
You said that there was shrubs, trees, and other things unearthed along the path.
Yep, makes it very obvious which way it went. They'll point out one of the uprooted shrubs there.
Let's try to stick to those if we can. They might fill in some of the water. Maybe that'll hopefully give us some safety against suddenly sinking. And definitely use that pole as we go.
I'm trying to remember the term for using a pole to kind of like pole vault across.
I wouldn't say pole vault, just depth test.
Well, you place it in and then you just use it to jump across without ever touching the water.
I was wondering, DM, if we get to the point, can I freeze the water like how I do with the thing, just to make it walkable?
You
I mean, when we get to that
at your level, I don't think so.
situation.
I mean, you would have to spend a hope each time doing Rain of Blade. No, because that's. I would say you are not capable of doing that. At least not yet.
Cool. I just thought I'd ask first.
May I use my tricks of the trade to kind of get a feeling for footing, as it's probably been in my best interest to navigate not only marshy terrains while transferring cargo, but to kind of get a feel for where we're going ship-wise.
Okay. I feel like you're more inclined to. Are you the person that usually moves the cargo?
I help out from we work as a unit. We
Okay.
like, again, it's this is part of the ship, part of the crew. If you're help steering the ship, once we dock, all of us, all hands on deck, moving cargo. This is non-negotiable.
Okay.
Any hands make light work.
Exactly.
Okay.
The only way you wouldn't be moving cargo is if you can't move cargo for, physical means.
If
Then-
you're elderly or your children, or you're
Or
disabled
you're
in some way, that makes it.
infirm in some
Yeah.
way. All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, so then in that case, go ahead and are you taking the lead? I take it.
I'll be taking the lead using both the combination of the pull of my halberd as
Mhm.
well as the other pole to kind of get a general distance of depth, as well as testing land to see if it's walkable on what we can walk onto it without
Okay.
fear of sinking.
All right, Bell will fall behind in step.
Then
That sounds like a plan to me.
for the sake of brevity, we'll go ahead and you'll go ahead and make one instinct roll and add your tricks of the trade to it.
So just add +2.
Yes.
Because there's no experience thing here.
Yeah. But yeah.
You want to actually hit hope and fear on that, otherwise it's
yeah.
just gonna go.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, that would be instinct
And then
+2.
Yep.
There you go.
18 with fear.
Yeah, so with an 18, you very effective, especially having two separate long poles, you very effectively can navigate the pathway. And as you're going, of course, you stop everyone and find nearby crossings to the random 3 or 4 foot wide, but much deeper than it looks, waterways, and you make your way to, you've gotten to the path of where the creature was spotted. And I assume we're going to go ahead and continue.
Yeah.
Okay, give me one more same roll.
Open instinct. Hope, fear, instinct +2. Hard by they're gonna 8.
14 with
14
hope.
with hope.
Okay. So, yeah, you continue along the path. You spend the next hour to 2 hours methodically, but with at least a kind of haste of chasing down a quarry. Making your way and getting the group across through these marshy areas, through this newly formed but definitely not well-established pathway.
Bless you.
And as
Thank
you're
you.
going, every once in a while, you all hear the screams, and you do significantly notice that they're getting louder. And as you're traveling, they're getting louder. And a lot more of that you're starting to notice in the mud. Some of the depressions in the mud are actually still deep and haven't slowly risen their way back to being level, like a viscous fluid would normally just kind of level itself back off after a certain amount of time. You're starting to actually see these footprints. What you see confuses you, because 2 of them look like humanoid footprints, and then one of them looks like a giant paw, but then the 4th one looks like a hoof.
Like, I look around and I'm like, what the hell did you see that night? I'm starting to get, like, nervous.
I kind of just shrug and shake my head like, I don't know. It was there, it was covered in vines, and then it was gone. I didn't get a chance to see it up close.
Maybe some
Oh, well, she
creature.
could poke it. It's not like she could poke it with a stick and ask it questions.
Maybe it's a creature that subsumes the remains of the dead and adds it to its form. There are stranger things that lurk in the Umbra.
It'd be worse than those fucking zombie pirates.
I wouldn't
Have you ever
bet on
seen
that.
what feels like an undead siren before?
Can't say that I have.
Or it's a just a reminder of what lurks in the oceans.
Hence why I prefer to stay on land, but nowadays, I don't know.
Nowadays, that's
Seems
true.
like neither option is safe these days.
I mean, you're not wrong. But we make do. Come on. No, we can't keep lollygagging. We need to catch our quarry.
I grip like my dual staff a little tighter and just because I'm getting more nervous because I don't know what's ahead.
Okay. Are we trying to be stealthy at all moving forwards, or are we just trying to get to where we're going?
I don't know if I was gonna say I don't think stealth is an option with
It
us
will,
having to go ahead and navigate the way.
and it will
we have to.
slow you down if you do.
I mean, I think
we could.
rather than stealth, I think being observant is the priority here. Because if the thing notices us and turns and comes to us, well, we want to fight the thing regardless. If we can get the drop on it, nice, but not if it costs us our quarry altogether. Because it's traveling too fast if we go too slow.
Okay. Well, then you press forward. Give me one more instinct.
And like the roll I just like I've been rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Right. $17 with fear.
Okay. You continue along this trail of trying to track down your quarry, for better or worse. And as you get closer, you notice the smell. It is acrid. There's a hint of sweet to it, but in a wrong way, kind of like rotten honey. And as you're moving forward, this smell just gets more intense. The signs of something large having passed become more and more apparent.
Oh god, it's like a rotting fruit stall.
Or just a corpse pile.
And as you're going, you come into a small clearing that looks awkwardly the same as this battle map.
How strange.
How
crazy.
convenient.
Wild.
You know, I'm starting to think that all of
Haunted.
this swamp looks the same.
Yes.
I'm gonna DM you real quick with just a
Okay.
couple of things that might interest you.
Okay.
Be them.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Get a plan together, boys and girls.
Well,
So-
given how big Nick's described it, and the question is, when we were following it, did we notice how deep the footprints were going in the softer parts of the swamp?
You noticed that they were
Um,
definitely sinking down easily 4 or 5 inches into the soft earth.
This thing was at least your height now.
That's terrifying. I don't like seeing eye to eye with most things.
Do you need You need swaps. The first ones are 100s. The next ones I'm setting are 200s. Those are battle maps.
Nice. I will keep that in mind
Savvy.
for
Future.
Later.
But just thinking, if there was a way to slow it down and harass
Well-
it.
Well, I could do that combo attack with you and maybe lock it up with some ice to give you an opportunity to land a solid hit on it. Maybe slow it down that way.
That's an idea. Out of curiosity, at this point, do we see it visibly out of character, or is it still off in the distance?
you've noticed the smell getting worse, and you haven't seen anything just yet.
Can I try and look to see if I can see anything? And bring Nyx in to assist?
Hold on, I'm trying to find a.
I see. You putting me up on your shoulder?
Well, I was
First
thinking
thing I
about holding
do
up to
is,
my
like,
hand and
cover my
lifting you
nose.
above.
Holding it,
Again,
giving her the fucking Simba treatment.
Not like that, just pulling her in the palm of my hand.
As you do it, you see me cover my face with big hands and be like, oh my god, is this thing shitting bees?
Goodness.
As you hold Nyx up, Nyx starts looking around. Right in front of you, bursting out.
Perception.
Nope. Right in front of you, bursting out of the ground. It's a placeholder. A large tentacle pops up out of the ground in front of you.
Oh shit.
Then another.
Oh shit.
Then another. Then a couple more. And then, with the most ungodly combination of screams and roars, male and female voices, everything you've just
Cacophony of sound.
cacophony of madness. Pay no attention to what the miniature is. It's a placeholder because I don't have minis for a lot of these things.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
Oh, of course.
Charging across and just knocking down some and some trees that were blocking not much of your view. You see this giant 12-foot tall behemoth of a creature. It has 2 human legs up front. It has a multitude of other animal legs, all jutting out of the bottom of its body. It has this shore of... It has a couple tentacles that you could see, but to your horror, Nyx, you now realize that a lot of what you thought were tentacles are human limbs. Or at least
Oh,
limbs of people, humans, elves. It's hard to tell without anything else.
Humanoids.
Humanoid limbs. Just arms and shoulders
more
and
water? I'll be right back.
elbows.
Hmm.
Okay. I guess I should wait.
Still can hear you.
Okay.
Still can hear you.
All these limbs jutting out of this creature at different wrong angles. And all across it are heads. The heads of... As you look on, you notice one of them is the head of the Huntmaster Everdos. And as you look across its body, you notice jutting out of its side the head of one of the scouts that went to go find him, and another one. And all of the people that have gone missing, you realize their heads, their limbs, have all been attached to this amalgamation of a horrible creature.
Well, there's our answer.
I don't actually relate this to Val. Val just feels me physically flailing in his grip, and me screaming, "Put me down, put me down, put me down."
I'd put Nyx down.
Yep.
Back you up. Back you up.
Now, I'm going to...
We're going to need a bigger boat.
I am going to spend a fear right off... I'm going to spend 2 fear right off the rip.
That's not good.
And
No.
these 2 tentacles here are going to do a group attack at, I guess, Bell, since you're up front. I'll do a group attack at Bell.
Okay.
They move in, dig their path across and move into melee range with you.
I guess I would still be. I'll be next to Bell at this point, right?
You were just picked up.
Yes. If
I was
Bell
just
put you
put
down,
so
then
I'll
yes.
be around. Bell, am I still in your job? Bell, did you put me down?
Yes.
Hate that.
I actually listened to you and noticed you flailing. I'm like, okay, putting you down.
Is there
Okay.
a difference between very close and melee?
In the process of you shifting to put, yes, melee is literally on top, like you are standing next to each other.
Okay.
Like if
You
I
can see the whites of their eyes.
if I can reach out and touch you, it's melee. Close is not necessarily melee. Close is I can take a couple steps and attack.
Well, I
Which
was
is-
asking is very close.
Or
also
very, very,
considered?
very close. Is you can take a step or 2 and attack.
Okay.
I know a 3 does not hit you.
I am back.
Welcome back. So as you're in the process of putting Nyx down and quickly turning away as these tentacles are charging you, they lash out, but they miss. Far range. Okay.
I'm going. I noticed.
Yep.
I was just saying. Real quick. I noticed this. I'm gonna use my dual staff and gonna do a pushback on one of the tentacles.
You're gonna do a pushback? What?
Oh no, I have a dual staff. I don't know what comes out of the freaking dual staff. It doesn't say.
That's up for you.
I guess I can blast.
How do your attacks look?
Because I'm tuned with water, so when I'll take my staff, point it towards one of the tentacles,
Mhm.
blast it with a powerful water spray, which should push it back and do some physical damage, I guess.
Okay. I'll get the damage. Where are you getting the pushback from?
I don't know. I don't mean pushback. I'm just saying damage,
Okay.
physical damage.
You're just you're
Um,
blasting it with your staff.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
So my staff is instinct, which I just gotta add on there. So open fear and instinct. So it'll be a +2 on this. So it's a 22 with fear.
That definitely hits. But it is with fear.
And I should roll for damage, or
Yes, roll for Are these? Yes, roll for damage.
Okay. That's a d6 plus 3. 5.
Okay. At 5 damage, the water blast coming out of your staff actually severs this tentacle off from under itself. It severs itself from the ground and just starts writhing around on the ground and then stops. But it was such a powerful. The strike was powerful enough that not only did it sever that, but it almost ricocheted some and hit this other one next to it, knocking both of them out.
But that was with fear, right?
That was with fear.
Okay.
So we are going to spotlight the limb wreath. The limb wraith is going to charge forward. And it is going to, I'm going to have to spend a fear.
I'll hold this so you have the
it's
the red
it's
of blood.
it's good. You're all close enough.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're right. That was actually a good thing. You're not close enough for that. No, the limb wraith is going to charge forward. And then okay. Nope. It charged forward. These other tentacles moved forward as well. Go ahead.
All right. Do you want to go and try that combo move now, Bill?
I'm down if you are.
All right. So to try to go ahead and cause the enemy to seize up a little bit, I will do a tag team with Bell. I will spend the 3 hope and my tag team token. And what I will be doing is I will be imbuing the nature of my ice spike onto hopefully I believe the whirlwind skill Bell does to try to freeze up our enemies in the area. So I would be rolling my spell casting roll, and I have to, from my side, to get a 12, whereas Bell would be making their attack roll. Is that how that would work?
Okay, so both of you spend the 3 hope to attack together. You both make your attack rolls. Whichever attack roll is higher is the one you go with. And then if it hits, you will both roll your individual damage for the attacks that you are using.
Okay.
And you will describe, and then you will also describe to me how it looks, like what it is you did.
So close to a crit.
You got what was that, a 17 with fear, it said?
Yeah.
You both rolled a 17 with fear?
Yeah.
And what were you attacking?
So he was doing his whirlwind attack, so it would be a group attack, but I am imbuing the attack with my ice spike damage to try to basically slow them down a little bit.
Okay.
So whirlwind with an ice option.
Okay, so go ahead.
A chilling wind, if you will.
Got you. Okay, so go ahead and tell me how you take these 3 out. Because I'm assuming you're doing it to the tentacles, right?
Yeah, I am basically taking the nature of the ice spike and imbuing it onto his hollowed axe, so it's basically spraying ice at them.
which
And-
allows me to base.
And Bell, you are attacking the tentacles, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
I will use my whirlwind attack and try and hit all of them.
So that would allow me to add the 1d6 plus proficiency damage to his attack.
Yeah, you don't. You honestly don't need to.
Okay.
Yeah, you wind up your axe and just start going for a huge spinning swing. And as you're doing so, you Seek holds out his staff, and a jagged ice coats the blade edge of your axe as you just destroy these 3 tentacles with the combination of blade and frost. However, you did roll with fear. So with that, the Limerick...
My tag team is been spent.
Yes, you should be able to click it or flip it. There you go.
Oh, there we go. That works.
Yep.
I mean, it took 3 hope to do that anyways. There's no way I'm gonna be getting that back anytime soon.
The Limerick rushes forward. And I'm going to spend a fear. And it is going to use his barrage of tentacles.
Oh, lovely.
I'll make
That's something you don't like to hear.
I will make an attack roll on Bell, Nyx, and Ignastius. And Nasty. Bell, Nyx, and Nasty.
God.
Go ahead.
Okay, so first, Bell, is there any plus to this? First, Bell, does a 22 hit?
Jesus.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I have 9 evasion and 6 armor.
So armor has nothing to do with when people are attacking you. That's the damage phase.
Okay.
Nyx, does an 18 hit?
Then yes, but I'm going to danger sense you.
Danger
And
sense?
then mark a stress. Reroll it.
Ooh, okay. Where's... I want to read it real quick.
Once per attack, mark a stress.
Once per rest, mark a stress. Force an adversary to reroll an attack against you. Okay. All right.
Please be lower. Trust in the hard dice.
19.
So,
It's lower, but there's no way anybody's getting missed by these attacks with those rolls. Considering, the highest defense we have here is what, 12 for evasion?
And Nasty, does a 17 hit?
That's a yes.
Yes.
That damn. Casually doing double all of our defenses here. Does the hit? Fucking rude.
Okay. Bell. You'll take 10 physical damage.
Okay, so that is into the... Does it go from the armor first?
No. So it would 10 physical damage for you would be major damage. Now you can use one of your armor slots and you'll tick it off just like you do hope and all that to drop a tier. So you'll use one of your armor slots and it'll drop from major to minor. You can only use one armor slot per attack, incoming attack.
Okay, so Bell could use one of his 6 armor to instead of making it him take 2 to take only 1
Correct.
hit point.
Bell?
Dusky, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I thought he said Django. Sorry, I misheard.
No,
I said Bell.
No,
Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice an armor.
Okay.
all right. So
Oh no. So the way you're gonna do it is just to mark off, like you click on the. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll click it.
And that means you take.
So now you just take minor damage. So you take one. You mark off 1 of your HP.
Over here, bud.
There you go.
That works.
Okay. Also, now you must make a strength reaction roll.
And then hope fear.
Yeah, it's 2d12s. It doesn't. Hope and fear don't really matter as far. It's just 2d12s.
17.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in strength?
I don't.
Oh, it gave you the. Never mind. That's right. Okay. You rolled a 17. You said.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good enough. Okay. So yeah, one of these, its tentacles, just comes in and clocks you right in the chest. Your armor absorbing some of the damage, but not all of it. And you feel in the process it tries to wrap around you, but doesn't quite. Tentacle slips off you. Nyx, you will take
Nothing, because I'm going to go ahead and say, I am your shield. I am covering an ally. I will martyr stress. I am taking the hit instead.
Okay. So you'll mark.
Thank you.
When an ally in very close range would take damage, you can mark stress and stand in the way, make yourself the target attack instead. When you take damage for this attack, you can mark any number of armor slots. Any number of armor slots. Oh, that's nice.
Correct.
That is really nice.
You're gonna feel like you wasted it though. 3 damage.
Oh.
That's no, that's more than fine. I can still use this. I can use this to how many stress points I have, right? So that's fine.
Okay.
I don't care if I used it.
So that would be minor damage or
take damage, so you would know.
Yeah, that is
you would know the amount of damage before you decide to use this, right?
Would take damage? Yeah.
So do you want to use it?
So are you okay with taking 3 damage?
Yeah, that's 3 damage.
Okay,
it's fine.
Okay, then I won't use it right away.
Okay,
Save
go ahead
the
and
stress for
yeah,
when
go
it's
ahead
a more
and
critical
put your stress back.
situation.
Yep. So yeah, 3 damage would be minor, or you can mark your armor and make it no damage. Because that drops down a tier.
You only have 3 armor, so.
Oh, I only have each one. I can't. Yeah, I hope I won't get hit more than 10 more times.
Okay.
Sure. Don't work on me.
Okay. And now Nasty. Oof, 8 damage.
All right.
Nasty is that. That is major damage for Nasty.
So it'd be 2 health unless Nasty wants to sacrifice a bit of armor.
I will soak this for Nasty.
Okay.
Okay.
This I will use my I am your shield.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not Nasty. I've been told that I trust Nasty, so my goal is to protect. My goal is to protect. So I'll mark stress.
Since your defense is higher than his, it's actually
I forgot. Nyx, make a strength reaction roll.
for the grapple.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. I am a -1.
That's a
7.
7.
Setting
Okay.
the fear.
Nyx, as you take the hit, it seems like just a glancing blow. You don't take too much damage, but the tentacle does wrap around your arm and pull you across over in front.
Ah! You hear a yelp of what?
Ah, you tiny goblin frame just getting yeet.
Yes.
Well, no, yoinked. Yeeted is the opposite.
Joint.
To
All
yink,
right.
Morning,
to
Bowler.
yeet, or to yoink. Okay, so sorry. You took the 8 damage and are.
Are you going to take 1 point of damage as a
I
minor
will take
damage?
I will take
Or-
the point of damage. I'm not gonna reduce it. I am going to take the point of damage, so it's only minor.
Nope. If you notice where your 8 is, there's an arrow attached to that block.
So
So
is
8
it-
and up. Okay, so 8 and up goes to majors. Then yes, I
Yes.
will soak it with a shield.
Hold
Okay.
on. I'm gonna say
That's not correct
I-
because you had your current level to your damage threshold, so this is a mine.
me?
It already is though, because the damage threshold should be 7 and 15
Is
because
it?
of the armor. I went through and made sure
Is
that
that how it
all
works?
I made sure and
Oh,
made
okay.
beforehand and made sure all of your stuff was marked properly because half of you it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, so we're level 1,
What's up?
and the base threshold for your armor is what?
7.
Shame.
Yeah,
7.
okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's correct.
I
He's
know.
right.
Jingo.
I looked at Vi and I was like, I looked at my necklace. I was like, I was gonna toss her my necklace, and she could spend a hope to roll a d8 to reduce the damage if she wanted to.
Sure. I can go ahead and I'll roll a d8 to reduce
Sorry.
damage.
Okay.
So
I take my amulet off my neck and I toss it to Vi. I'm like, here, activate this.
Okay, so do I add anything to the d8 or is it just a d8?
It's just a 1d8, and if you roll 8, it will reduce its power. Then the ward will end. If don't roll 8, the ward will still be a.
All right. Well, let's see what I get. 3.
Where is this? Hold on. I'm
here.
It's
Basically,
my,
the
Right.
reward is what
Lord.
he's using.
okay.
So it reduces the damage by 3. So it takes it from being major to minor. So it's still, you don't have to burn the armor. Or if you do burn the armor, you take no damage. So do you want to burn the armor or take a point of damage?
I'll go ahead and I'll take the damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me the strength reaction roll.
So it's hope and fear, strength.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
That is a 17.
17.
for
So
you.
yeah, it tries to grab onto you, but doesn't find purchase.
Okay.
However, due to the horrifying nature of this creature, all 3 of you that took damage that marked HP from its attacks also mark a stress.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
Okay, spotlight is now off of the.
Since I've been grabbed
Mhm.
with my free arm, I
you're
will
not-
wipe
you're not-
the-
you're not
my
gra-
sword.
You're not grappled. You just got pulled.
Yeah.
I did get yoinked, but I am right under this thing, right?
Yes,
Right
you
in
are.
front of
You
it.
are. You
I'm going
are
to-
in melee range.
I'm gonna draw my sword and take a swing at it and point
Okay.
blank. I could fear to show it to you. Yeah. So,
Wow. 23
23
with
with fear.
fear. Jesus.
That hits.
Hey.
Okay, I am going to. Okay. I'm going to double the attack. However, I'm also going to.
First strike.
I'm going to mark a stress.
Okay.
I'm going to mark a stress and mark you for death.
Mark for death. What's that?
My class feature. On a successful weapon attack, I may mark a stress to mark a target for death. Attacks I make against that target that's marked for death gain a bonus to damage equal to 1d4 per tier. But with ambush, my mark for death features use d6s instead of d4s.
Okay, are you using first strike right now, or are you using ambush?
Both?
Its abilities. So
Why not
The
both?
first time I succeed in.
because it'd be like you casting two spells immediately together. Its abilities.
Oh.
Oh, I
Well,
guess
mark for-
no. Yeah, I guess that one's it's passive because it's the first time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not activating it. Am I? It's
On a
just it
successful
happens.
weapon attack, you can
First
mark.
strike?
So marked for death is the thing.
I've marked a stress.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Never mind.
So I will mark for death, and then I again double my with the.
Actually, make against a target that's
with
marked
a
for
plus
death. Gain a
d6 for it.
mark a stress to make a target mark. Okay.
And first strike just doubles whatever the attack damage would
So
be.
it's not marked for death until after your first attack, a successful weapon attack.
Okay. So you won't get the mark
So
for death.
you-
So
you
it's
will-
only after the damage.
Yeah, so you will first strike it this time. If you just hit it. So you'll first strike it, and then now it is marked for
Okay.
death. So any hits from then on will be the marked for death and ambush.
Okay, so
So it takes
all
a
right.
d8 physical.
And then that
7
gets
times
doubled.
2, 14.
So 14.
Mm.
So yeah, so me and this panic, I draw my sword and just take a wide swing, like just fresh out of the sheath, just take a wide swing across the face of it as best as I can aim from my stature.
One of its faces.
One of his many,
fa-
many faces.
Yeah, you do that, and you cleave one of the heads on it clear off,
Nice.
doing what appears to be major damage.
Looks like I'm getting ahead of the game.
In a reaction to taking so much damage, though, you'll notice a lot of the limbs start frantically jumbling around and going in different, like, it starts screaming, and it's moving
flailing.
around and flailing, and 2 more tentacles pop up and out of the ground.
Fuck. All right.
And then you did attack with fear.
Which means
I
it gets
did.
to go again.
Yep.
The action economy in Daggerheart's crazy.
It's a lot different, but it's a lot more engaged and back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is definitely a lot more back and forth. I think that this definitely makes tag teaming make sense, because if you don't tag team, and you just keep on rolling with fear, it's always us, then it, then us, then it.
Yeah. it is going to make 2 attacks with it via limb slam. It's just gonna, a couple of arms and legs from one side are gonna slam down once at Nyx, who's right on top, and then again at how close? Yeah, you're still within close range. And then another at Nasty. Or not Nasty, Seek.
Alright. This will be the first time I had an attack directed at me.
So,
Alright.
Nyx.
I'm scared.
Yeah, this thing doesn't know how to miss, so
Does a 4 hit.
No.
Jesus.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Goodness.
as these limbs come down, you're so close, you honestly just kind of duck forward closer to it and miss all of the strikes that come down in your way.
Oh, this thing stinks. Ah.
Yes,
That's funny right after.
the smell of rotting flesh is definitely prevailing everywhere.
Incessant goblin wrenching.
Yeah. Seek.
Yeah.
Does a 21 hit?
No. Yes, a 21 hits. God damn
Okay.
it. How, in what world would a 21 not hit?
I don't know. You've got crazy armor over there.
No, my evasion is not... Okay.
I know.
Armor. Not evasion.
That is going to be 8 points of damage.
Alright, I am going to choose to
As this thing just starts slamming multiple differently sized and shaped and even colored, one of them even has scales, arms and limbs just come trying to crash down upon your head.
Alright, and how much was that again?
8 points of damage.
Alright, that's within my minor range, but I will sacrifice 1 point of armor so I lose no health from this.
Okay. And I will go ahead and spend a fear to also spotlight the tentacles.
Fucking Coco.
Both of these
Jesus.
tentacles are going to attack Nastius.
Yay.
I just think I've seen this hentai before.
They don't call me nasty for
I'm a
nothing.
brave
Just
boy.
kidding.
Jesus.
I'm a brave boy. I'm not a brave enough boy for this.
All right. Nastius, does a 8 hit?
No.
Okay. These tentacles flail towards you, but you kind of like bob and weave. You get out of the way of the tentacles, and that will be the end of the monster spotlight. Who wants to roll with fear again?
No, let's stop rolling with fear, please. We're
Okay.
getting wailed on here. Has everybody had a chance to like do something, or?
Oh, I haven't done anything.
I haven't done my
I haven't
attack
done
yet, unless
anything.
our team one counted.
Yeah, team one is kind of, but
Yeah,
you know what?
that you did the whirlwind, and then Seek
All right.
joined in and helped you.
So be Vi.
Going ahead and acting as more of a rear guard, Vi is going to basically push Nasty a little further in, putting herself between the tentacles and him. She's just going to attack them.
Okay.
She gonna trim some tentacles. We call this move a circumcision.
Okay, so again, this is Hope and Fear plus my...
Your weapon should say strength.
Yeah,
then you
so
hit-
it is a strength. So strength, and then I don't think I had anything else.
No, that's it.
Does
Think.
proficiency
proficiency.
matter? Okay.
Oh, proficiency, so +1.
There is a proficiency button here.
Oh, I just added
It's fine. It's fine. Just so everyone
Either
knows.
way works.
Because as you level up, you'll have more than one level of proficiency, so the proficiency button will be more helpful.
Understood.
That is
11
an
with
11.
fear.
Now, would you like to re-roll that?
Yeah, I would love to reroll that. Actually,
You know what?
quite good.
Considering how much fear is going about, right? I'm going to just touch you on the shoulder and say, I know you can do this, and allow you that re-roll. My once per rest.
Reassurance. Okay.
All right. So,
Yeah.
So hope and
Try
fear,
again.
strength, proficiency.
Yep.
18 with fear.
18 with fear. It's still with fear, but at least it's an 18 instead of an 11.
Yep. That hits. Go ahead and tell me how you dispatch these two tentacles.
Vi goes ahead and readies her halberd, and as seeing them kind of spawn, kind of rise up below and behind them, she uses the arm of the pole to pull Nasty back, stand in front, and just swing right forward, taking them out at the base.
Just cleave through both of them.
Yep.
All right, and
Go ahead.
Connor,
Wait.
just to
Actually,
show
wait.
that
But before I say it's both of them, roll damage real quick.
just to show that I've used this, I'm just
damage,
flipping the
so-
card until I can rest.
Damage is D10 plus 2 physical.
Yeah, that's fine. Just pay attention to.
1 D10 plus 2.
Okay, 7. Yes, you easily cleave right through both of these tentacles. Okay. However, with fear, spotlight comes back to the limb wraith.
Jesus.
The limb wraith, who's been gushing like blood and pus out of where these heads used to be.
Ew.
Gonna make an attack against the only person that it's been able to pull into melee range this whole time. Everyone keeps
God damn it.
succeeding on these. And it is going to use his taste for blood action. I'll spend a fear.
I don't like the.
Excuse me, what? I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, you're the one that bloodied it, so.
Has good taste for his own
What?
blood.
Yeah, blood don't taste good. No.
Oh, does a 22 hit?
Yeah, it does actually. It's crazy.
Strange, yeah. Good
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
You will take 6 damage as a group of the arms reaches forward, grabs you, pulls you up to one of the mouths, and the mouth bites down on your collarbone. And you feel some of your life force just get taken in to the limb wreath. And one of the wounds that you had
You said there was 8?
6 damage.
6 damage. I am your shield, and my evasion is 8, but I will take the damage instead. Marking another stress, putting me at 3. I'm still within close range of her.
Thanks.
What's gonna happen is Vi is going to use her halberd as basically a pole vault. She's going to stick it down and just throw herself and knocking Nyx out of the way.
Okay. So scratch what I said a second ago. Nyx basically pole vaults into the situation, knocking Nyx out of melee range.
Vi, not
yes.
Nick.
Vi.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, and taking the place. As I said, it grabs you and it bites down onto you.
I have taken an HP worth of damage beforehand.
May I take an action while this is going on?
Not yet. It's because it's still this spotlight.
Okay.
That's an ability to interrupt. Whereas, do you have some sort of interrupt ability as well? What were you trying to do?
Dusky?
What's that?
I was asking you what was it you were trying to do, because her thing was an interrupt of the attack. So what was yours?
Did you have?
I was going to swing at it to get to disengage.
Oh no, you wouldn't be able to make an attack yet.
Listen, Syntium.
Okay.
Yes, Syntium.
Yes, soon. Yes, it bites you. And you feel some life force leave, and you notice the opening where the head was, and it was gushing out fluids, closes.
Oh, so it has vampiric attacks. Great. I love that for us.
And that will be the end of its spotlight. And everyone else has already had spotlight, so spotlight is open to anybody at the table.
Go get Bell.
It sounded like Belle wanted to
Tell Belle.
get in there.
Yep, let's get in.
Oh,
Let's get messy. So let's just go with straight hitting it, but I'm going to use my Slayer ability.
Now you have also a tag team effect that you could trigger as well.
For the tag team, would that be with you, Melt, or is that with someone else?
If you want to spend the 3 hope for it, yeah, I'd be happy to tag team with you again.
How do you
You
get
can select
any
anybody.
Slayer dice?
I can make it really nice.
Slayer dice. You gain a pool of dice called Slayer dice. On a roll with hope, you can place a d6 on this card instead of gaining a hope.
Oh, okay. I forgot. Okay. If I'd done that earlier, I could use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I misread that.
That's okay. Instead of gaining a hope, adding the die to the pool. You can store a number of Slayer dice equal to your proficiency. Okay, so right now at level 1, you'd only be able to store 1 Slayer dice. But that does mean if you roll an attack now and you roll with hope, you can put a Slayer dice down there instead.
Got it. Team attack.
At the end of each session, clear any unspent Slayer dice on the card and gain a hope per die cleared.
I can infuse your attack with ice, or I can go ahead and empower your attack to shove. It's your call. That is if you want to team up with me again, unless you want to team up with someone else.
I'd be curious to see what other team attacks we can do. Nothing against Melt.
That's fair enough. Just pointing out there that you have that open to you.
Let's see what happens with the team attack with Vi here.
All right. What are you thinking?
I could do the thing where I catapult you up higher so you get more drop on it with your plunge attack.
I'm good for a plunging attack.
Are there
I will
any specific
spend 3.
abilities that you guys are trying to combo here, or are you just calling
What
up?
remind me what your I need to look at your abilities real quick.
I could spend a stress because it is 0 stress, but it's not one of my marked abilities. I could spend a stress and use forceful push and basically use the plunge to knock it down.
All right.
So, wait, are you talking about switching out a card that's in your vault?
No. So basically, what Haunted told me is that you can still use these, but you have to spend stress in order to use them if they're not already active here. So this is normally a 0 stress thing, but since I'm recalling an ability, I have to spend a stress in order to be able to recall it mid-fight.
Correct.
Okay, so from what I understood, and I'm just trying to make sure I understand this because that confuses me a little bit. Doesn't that swap an existing ability you have equipped out to do that? I thought
No.
that's how that was supposed to work.
No. It's using the ability, it doesn't swap. The only way to swap them is during your rests.
Okay. So, all right. So if I wanted to use something that I had in my toolbox,
I'm trying to figure out where this plunge thing is coming from.
Oh, he's throwing me up in the air. I'm just basically making an attack with forceful push.
Okay.
Acting as a plunge.
That's the combo, yeah.
Oh, okay. We're calling the combo the plunge.
Yeah, I'm putting some extra oomph behind the push, basically.
Okay.
Because beak, toss.
All right.
Okay, so that means you as the initiating person needs to mark off or use 3 hope to do it.
And flip your tag team token over because you're activating it. You're 1 per session tag team.
Now, both of you roll your attack roll.
Alright, so
this would be strength.
Forceful push.
Whoops, I did not mean to.
Let's just go ahead and ignore that. There we go. Hope and fear, and then it would be your strength, and I believe proficiency. And then you would
strength, proficiency. And then with forceful push, since I am marking as stress suspended, I can add a d6 to my damage roll.
Right now we're doing
here.
Right now you're trying to do the attack roll aspect first. 14 with hope.
14
so do you want
you guys,
20 with fear or do you want 14 with hope?
20 with fear
this is your call, hun.
Go ahead, Mel.
Okay, so the 20 with fear means that the enemy gets to attack afterwards. The 14 with hope means that it might hit, it might not, but at least the situation resolves.
So someone has rolled with a 14 before and made an attack.
The 20 with fear will also give Haunted 2 fears as well.
Yeah, so...
So we should probably go to 14 hope.
All right.
Okay, so we'll go with 14 hope.
Yep. So 14 hope. Both of you gain a hope.
Can I mark a Slayer die instead?
You can indeed.
Restore one?
Yes.
Me using this ability, using forceful push.
Thank you.
I would spend a hope to additionally I can spend a hope to make them invulnerable. I'll spend the hope and then just regain the hope that I would have lost in that instance. So I won't toggle anything.
So triggering vulnerability on the enemy. What does that do exactly?
That vulnerability is. Why do I not
when a
have?
creature has vulnerability condition, all rolls against it have advantage. An advantage based.
So, yeah, you will be making it vulnerable for the rest of combat.
Which means all attacks versus it get an additional d6 to their attack roll.
Who's making it vulnerable?
Me.
With what?
All I'm doing is I'm throwing her to give her some extra oomph at it.
Forceful push. I'm spending a hope, and then I would be gaining a hope.
Yep.
But you're recalling this because this isn't your fault.
She spent the stress to use it from vault.
I spent additional stress. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's some finagling going on, but ultimately,
hey, that's how this game works, and you'll
confused.
Get it more down as we go along.
All right, got it.
Okay, and you added the d6.
That's 6 damage.
6. Okay, what about
I added the d6.
What about your damage?
You gotta roll your damage too, there, Dusko.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, for your
1d8 plus 1.
Plus a d6 because he will also be getting the vulnerability effect.
Well, the vulnerability gives advantage, and that's to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, the D6 is because you rolled a success with hope. Vulnerable will give advantage on attack rolls from here on forward.
So that's not damage.
No.
Okay.
So get rid of the D6. Got it.
Yeah, just
1 plus 1d8. Here we go.
that's another 5 damage.
Okay, so total of 11 damage. Okay, so describe how your combo attack looks.
I'm going to basically boost V up on my shield, and then just, while holding it back, my arm, just throw my shield forward with her on it.
Springboard.
Yep, springboard her up.
Okay.
As soon as I get high enough into the air, I will turn my halberd downwards, putting my foot on the hooked edge on the backhand side, and basically using both the momentum of me falling plus the additional weight of my leg to force my halberd further into the beast.
Using your force push ability.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
using the force push ability to basically knock it to the ground. That's what I'm doing. I'm using my momentum, and basically it's like a meteor strike.
She's impaling this thing from the sky, is what I'm hearing.
Awesome. So yeah, you get launched up into the air, and in a deft acrobatic move, you spin and you drop down on top of it with the sharp edge of your halberd cleaving right through a huge chunk of it. As you go through, it cleaves down, split open at its side, and you kind of you get launched up. Let's see here. You get launched up, and you end up landing right about. Oh, I didn't mean to knock you over. You land right there.
That's right.
Doing a pretty good amount of damage to it. And it is going to flail around again, though.
Great.
Summoning 2 more tentacles. But you did that with hope, so it is someone else's spotlight.
I'll move closer to the creature, and I'm gonna conjure the water again from the swamp, spending 1 help to send icicles down onto the.
Kind of curious what happened with 2 magic users doing a combo attack.
Up to them.
I don't have.
Not saying do it, just my voicing my inner thoughts.
I don't have the 3 hope to spend. I've already done my tag team, so that's entirely up to Ignatius.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll. Your spellcast roll.
Yep, I'm just trying to remember what it was. It is. It's been 1.
Spend a hope to do your roll, and then it is
That's
a
without
spellcast
proficiency,
roll, which is
not with
instinct for
proficiency.
you.
Is that with proficiency or no?
As a spellcast roll, I'm not.
And
sure.
spellcast doesn't say proficiency.
I don't think
anywhere on
so.
it. I think that's just tool attacks.
Yeah.
So that is a 17 with fear.
Nice. So go ahead and roll damage.
So that's a D8 plus 2. It would have been vulnerable, so you would have got another D6 on the original attack roll, so it could have been higher. But this is just damage now.
Well, no, that's the thing. That's the thing. Rain of Blades. If a target you hit is vulnerable, they take an extra 1d8 of damage. So you do it. You do it because of your ability, and it's vulnerable. You get 2d8 plus 2.
Nice. 15 damage.
Combo.
That is a accidental wombo combo. I love that.
And you're doing that to the Limwreath?
The Limwraith, yeah.
Okay.
So my eyes start glowing like blue, and I start circling it in, and I just like all the water starts coming up again. And I just with this yell scream go like here, I've set it down right.
So more ice knives, pin
So-
cushioning it.
So
Just think,
you see
Bad
this young elf come up right up next to this behemoth monstrosity of a thing and just starts pulling water up from all around in this swamp area. Water that's typically not very useful for much at this point because of how diseased and just putrid that it is. As it comes up into the sky above the limb wreath, and all of it starts spinning. And as it spins, the filth and the dirt flies off out of the water, leaving this like almost disc of crystal clear, pure water like you haven't seen in a very long time. And it cones down and solidifies into a giant spike of ice and comes right down through the center of the limb beast and splits it into 18 pieces. And at the same time, the other tentacles just writhe and burst like balloons made of guts.
The
I'm
moment
just like out of breath.
the moment that combat ends, Vi immediately after standing ready for such a long duration of time, kind of collapses to one knee. She is you can see there she's sweating. She kind of looks a little frightened or shaken, but overall it's just like she's still very much present in the moment.
Pushing the edges of a panic attack.
But yeah,
That shake, adrenaline jerky kind of feeling.
yeah.
So surrounding you are you clearly the stench of rotting flesh is still everywhere, but surrounding you now are just the dismembered body parts and heads and whatnot of many different beings, but also the people you were sent to ascertain the fate of.
We should let them bury their dead, even if it's not much of them.
Yeah. Much as I don't want to leave them out here, it's going to be very difficult and possibly traumatizing bringing them back in the state.
In our
I heard
basic
nothing good'll come up
supply,
burying them out here. I should burn them.
That's not a bad idea. You were saying, Mel, or you were saying, Seek?
Siege?
I was asking, in our basic supplies, do we have anything that we could, carry remains back to town? Because, I mean, burning them here...
I've got rope.
I've got rope.
Yeah. We all have 50 feet of rope.
All we need to do is take a head.
I was literally asking in the basic supplies, would we have like a sack to put a head
You have ropes and you have tarps, or the linen equivalent of tarps.
Okay, so
you have
you
have all of the supplies you would normally use to build a lean-to.
Okay, so we could take a portion of it back if you want. We could try to burn it here if you want. But in such a wet environment, I don't know if complete destruction is going to be feasible.
Does any
We
of
don't
the
have that much
pro-
tinder
tinder
on
on
hand.
hand.
I think I have more important questions. Has the screaming stopped?
Yes.
Then that's probably evidence enough.
Not only has the screaming stopped, you've actually, now that you've stopped for a second and have kind of catching your breath in the calm after the battle, you're actually starting to notice the sounds of insects again that you hadn't heard the whole way here.
Mm.
It's almost as if you cleared the immediate threat in the area and are now nature's kind of in its
I was not
own
afraid to let them
Right.
chirp.
in its own fashion. Nature is sighing in relief, however temporary it
Do
may
we burn
be.
it? Do we take it? I'll leave it up to the boat.
My question is does any of the looms have like personal items like rings or anything that can identify who they belong to?
That's
Go
a good question.
if you want. You can go ahead and do a instinct check for me.
I'll do that.
I'll go ahead and say if you're willing to take the time to like thoroughly search, you can do it with advantage.
Well, while he's searching for stuff on it, the rest of us could be grabbing, hopefully, the driest wood we can find around to build the pyre for this thing. So,
13 with hope.
13 with hope. Going around, you're not finding much in the way of jewelry or anything to that effect. But you do happen to notice very macabrely that when you see the head of Huntmaster Everdos, who I realize now I never actually specified, was a giant.
oof.
You see a small Huntmaster's tattoo behind his ear.
So,
A symbol of his station.
you could cut off the tattoo?
Why do that when there's a perfectly good ear attached to it? Just take the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll probably have to take the whole thing. I was just hoping to see if I found any artifacts we could take that back and just bury and burn the rest of the bodies, but
No, you notice there's
we'll
actually
have to bury stuff back.
you notice there's actually an odd lack of even wedding rings.
This creature was a flesh collector, not a metal collector, and especially considering we know that there are those creatures in here that eat metal. If there was anything of a metal nature on this thing and it encountered those, it would have been vastly destroyed. So, just with the natural ecosystem of this forest,
Does anyone want to give me a quick knowledge check?
sure.
Sure.
So does this go ahead and feed into well read at all?
Just one person. No. This will be recalling
I'll go.
not something you
Since
read.
knowledge is my strong suit, if no one minds, I'll go ahead and roll it. $18 with hope.
Okay. As you're discussing what possibly happened to the rings and the nature around in this swamp, you suddenly remember a very crucial point to all of this. Huntmaster Everdos went missing all the way down in the Shalk Chasm, which is miles away. Yet you found his body, at least pieces of it, here.
It's a terrifying thought that the creature was not only just hijacking portions of his body, but maybe its mind in hopes to cause the creature to find its way back to where there'd be more people.
Indeed.
That is a sobering and terrifying thought.
It's a good thing we got to it when we did.
Can you imagine if this thing had made it into town?
I try not to. I already have a hard enough time sleeping.
All of you would know that the Sacred Pyres that are initially lit by a small piece of tree that was still imbued with holy magic. The phrasing is lost on me. Hold on, I want to get this correct. It's in here somewhere. I'm not used to using digital books. Blessed Branch. You would know that the Sacred Pyres that are originally lit by a piece of a Blessed Branch, and then daily maintained to keep their fire and presence going. Keep away a lot of the smaller horrors, even Umbra touched creatures. You know, those fungus things you fought earlier would get near the light and then turn around and stay out. You're not sure something this big would care.
So we've something that could have snuffed the fire of the town out. We have dealt with.
That's good to know.
Hey, I must pump in the night.
Question is, do we want to head towards the chasm or head back and let them know first and then head towards the chasm?
I
I
think
would
we
say
should
head back, get some rest.
Yeah.
I think a partial report now and then head out fresh again if they still feel we need to go ahead and deal with that temple, because if this thing was resting in that temple when they cracked it open,
There may be more.
there might be more. So I think a partial investigation just to let them know that at least the screaming stopped, and then seeing if they want us to push in to that temple to seek out more, just to make sure that more of these things don't pop up. Now, leave it up to them.
Sounds good. Are we ready to head back? Or you gonna be
Do we
okay,
want-
bye?
Do you want to burn
I'll be
this
fine.
body before we leave?
Speaking of which, she'll light her torch.
I'm going to be getting pretty good and away from that. You know.
Yeah,
Because
as soon as you light your torch, Seek makes a very strong point of quickly getting 15 feet away from you.
Yeah.
I walk
You
over
know-
to Vi real quick, and I walk over to
Don't
Vi
worry,
and I, like,
Matchstick.
and I get the
Go ahead.
put my hand out for the amulet that I handed her.
And I'll set it in his hands. Appreciate it. Really do.
No worries.
As you take the next half an hour to collect up what grotesque pieces you can while you try to stomach the horrors of this situation into a pile, and you go ahead and set it alight in the best that you can approximate of honoring the dead out in these God's forsaken lands. You finish up, and you've decided to return back to Okros?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You set back upon your path, now, having traveled this far recently, are very confident in which way to go and know where the water gets too deep, and you make very good time. And as you make a last turn towards the town a day later, you see the town gates still open, but a lot more guards on the ramparts looking out, almost more confused, but more rested than they had been. And you will make your way.
We couldn't have possibly gone all the way there and back in this short of time, right?
I'm glossing over a night of rest.
Yeah.
It took you, and it still took you you traveled a bit, you rested for the night. Mhm.
How does stress work with nightly rest?
When you take a short rest, when you take a short or long rest, one of the two, when you take a long rest, one of the two things you can do is to clear stress.
Okay, so I'll clear stress from the
during a short rest, you will describe how you blow off steam, and then you will roll 1d4 plus your level tier, which at level 1 is 1, and that's how many stress you clear. On a long rest, you describe how you blow off steam and pull yourself together, and then you clear all of it.
So
but
I'd be clearing all of stress.
Yeah,
I can describe it for you if you like.
I was gonna say that won't really matter. You're gonna come back into town. It's very late. You decide to catch up with the elder first thing in the morning, and that's where we're gonna call it.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
You can all assume that you take a long rest.
Okay. So,
So go ahead and clear all your stress. Heal up. If you need to repair armor, you do so.
all right.
And having been
set to 0.
and having been back out in the wilds, and now being back in the presence of a Sacred Pyre, all of you gain 3 hope if you were below it.
Gain up to 3 hope or gain 3 more hope?
Gain up to 3 hope. If you're below 3 hope, get up to 3 hope. If you're above 3 hope already, then you're good.
Okay. Sweet.
I have max hope right now.
Okay. Yeah, don't be afraid to use your hope, people.
I did.
I mean,
I did use my hope for.
I know.
All
That
right.
shit has
That turned
gone
out
on. I just
amazingly well.
accumulated
Spend
about.
it on.
All right.
And next week we will pick up with you reporting to the elder, to Elder Akadona, letting her know what you found and deciding what you're going to do from there.
All right.
And to everyone watching, I appreciate all of you coming out tonight, hanging out. Start tomorrow. I pick back up with my regularly scheduled horror video games. I believe me and Dusky are going to be running through the Resident Evil 5 DLCs.
You betcha.
Boy.
And yeah.
Those shouldn't take long, interestingly enough.
Okay. So thank you all for coming out. I've been Haunted. You're all heathens. This has been Shadow Gods.